Yo, back like we never left, yo, BDA. I'm in here at Mac and OV. What's good, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Yo, Gastino.
Hey, yes,
Gastino.
Gastino, man. Fucking lit. But before we start, though, ran across something on Twitter that made me laugh. Just want to share with you guys. James Hansen just tweeted, "Come at me when there's a shonen series with better development than this guy," and he shows Ichigo. But I, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The worst main character in Shonen. This man is crazy. This guy's crazy. This man actually gave up in the final battle. That's all he's seen through.
He said the most developed. I don't know, man. You gotta commend him for holding the Bleach down. Anyway,
Respect.
One Piece chapter 858, man. Fucking greatness. First though, let's talk about that whole gag, yo. Mac, I know you found that shit funny.
Yeah, I found that hilarious too, because like it goes with the whole Brook gag with the whole milk. We've seen this for a long time. So when it comes to Luffy, like, and also we understand, like, with Brook, he drank milk, and the whole gag was that he got stronger. He was healed up, he was good now again,
Right.
So what it just did with Luffy was it just took it to another level. Where like, because we know like calcium helps with your bones and teeth.
Right.
So it just took it to another level. Extreme.
Like what? I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that's how Oda got out of it. Man, what did you think about that, Ovi?
Like, I don't know. Like, I understand it's a comedy relief, but they took it a bit too far with it. Like, it was instant. Like, instantly grew back. Not even started to grow back. It just instant.
It just grew back.
Like, it's like, what the fuck?
You talking about the teeth?
Yeah, that whole
Yes.
teeth thing. What do you think about
Yes. I liked it. Finally.
it? Really?
I was tired of Luffy having that missing tooth.
I think it's one of those where Oda did it, right?
Yeah.
Oda's trying to gauge the feedback on it, and everybody's like, we fucking hate it, Oda. It was like, how can I get Luffy his tooth back? Let's have a refrigerator in the next chapter with milk in it and just go from there. I don't know.
It's funny because that one guy in the back here had a funny reaction. Like, what's wrong with these guys' body? Yo?
Yeah, what's wrong with their bodies? He's like, what's going on with their bodies, yo? But no, the beginning of the chapter, we talked about the whole Peckham's thing, where Peckham's is talking about his escape. Well, before that, we saw a new character, like the head chef, whatever. What do you guys think his significance is?
What?
The head cooking chef, the gourmet knight.
Not much, but it was mad funny whenever he started crying. He's all like, "The cake is to perfection."
Yeah, like he fell in love with his work, man. That was cool that we saw. Is he a Tontada? Like, I don't know. He seemed like really small.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, he seemed like super small. So I don't know about that, but the whole Praline Peckham's thing, where they don't want Peckham's to leave. What do you guys think about that? Because I think that they're packing up and they're trying to get the fuck out of there.
Well, I'm not sure how. At first, it confused me because I thought that they actually told Big Mom, but I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, from what the chapter is saying, basically, Peckham said, we heard a lot of bustling through the night, people carrying cargo and packages. So I think what's happening is that these pirates, they are taking everything to the bay so that when everything blows up or goes to shit, that they can get out of there with no problem. That's my assessment of what they're doing right now.
And like my thing is that like Peckham, he's trying to leave, but at the same time he really can't because like they're fishermen, they can just throw him in the water and to get him weak, and then bring him back out and do that over and over. So like, there's no way he's getting through.
Something that
Mike sounds a little weird. Go ahead, Zach.
Something that really got me ticking or thinking this chapter was a couple episodes back. Pedro said that Peckham's has certain tendencies, and that's why he came along with them to Whole Cake Island initially. So what are these tendencies that you think of, that you think Peckham's has?
I think it's loyalty, where he's blindly loyal. So it's like he knows Big Mom is fucked up, but he's still on the fence where he still wants to be part of the crew, like he wants to follow through with it. So that's what I was getting from it, that that Peckham's is kind of just too loyal in some cases. So that could be the tendency that they're talking about.
Okay.
After that point, though, we got the whole Capone and the Capone and Sanji, where they find his hideout, and that didn't look like a hideout, man. It's a fucking big castle that says fire tank. I don't know how this was a hideout. That's kind of crazy to me. Like,
I mean, I guess he doesn't really need to hide though, because
well,
he's
yeah.
allowed to be there.
But it's like, I guess they couldn't find it before. So it's like, what the fuck is this? You know, it's like a big castle that says fire tank.
Yeah.
And did it just happen, or does every rook have their own like building? You know, like, what do you think about that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know,
some
because like Caesar had his factory, right? Like she made him a whole factory.
I mean,
and
that's
he's
true.
supposedly a rook.
To do that.
and then on top of that, they have ministers of like chocolate, for example. They have their own territory in a sense.
Yeah, so she built Caesar like a castle thingy. It says fire tank.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with Nami in the shower. How do you guys feel about that, then?
We
I mean, I wish it was Robin, but I mean, it works though.
You wish it was bobbing?
Robin.
Oh.
I heard Bobbin as well, though. I can't even lie. I heard him say Bobbin.
Bobbin?
Yo, where did
I kind of get my reaction to that is like I've seen that so many times. Like it was just like, okay, we've seen it, you know, like we've been there, done that. You know what I mean?
It felt like fairy tale.
We had.
I wouldn't take it that far.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
I was a little shocked when you said that.
bro, it literally felt like fairy tale. Like that's the shit fairy tale does. They have random dialogue in the bath, and they just use the bubbles to hide
Well,
places.
to me, I kind of focused on the dialogue, so I was like, "Whoa, Loki!" And on top of that, based on the translation I read, it said that the army that Elbaf has is the strongest army the world knows.
Yeah.
Is that a mistranslation, or is just is that really?
No, it said something about the strongest country, right? And then it said she would get the strongest country along with their army or some shit like that.
Well, it says here. They said, yeah, we'd get access to the strongest country in the world and its famed army.
And the famed army, yeah.
So Elbaf, there's a lot more to Elbaf than we know, because Big Mom basically saying if she had gotten Elbaf with her, she's taking out all the other Yonko. So these guys have to have something or have done something before for them to be, famed the strongest country in the world.
Yeah, I feel like they're sort of like on the same level, if not higher, than like Wano. Because like, think about it.
I think it has to be higher than Wano, no?
Because like, I mean, yeah, obviously now, but it's like, think about it this way: before we knew that Kaido took over Wano, basically we thought Wano was like the strongest. It was mysterious and nobody had control over it. So I feel like, and now Kaido has control over it, and he's really powerful and whatnot. So I feel like it would have been the same thing with Big Mom.
Oh,
so
okay.
You're saying that if she took it over in the past, then she would have had the edge over the other emperors, right?
Yeah. Because think about it, Kaido just took over Wano.
Yeah,
Kaido took over Wano, but he hasn't really got an edge over anyone, does he? Like I think he's still equal with every other Yonko. So like that's why I say
it's hard
he probably
to say.
Wouldn't be as strong as Elbaf.
It's hard to say though, because we know that the Yonkos don't just fight each other directly, because that causes too much conflict.
Yeah, but Kaido
it's really hard to say.
He wants a war.
We know that he's starting a war, so that was just part of his preparations. He just didn't finish the rest of the preparations, which was the smile.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Elbaf thing, why it could be a difference with Kaido. I believe the Shogun betrayed his country in a way where he needed Kaido's help to take the country. Where I think if Kaido just invaded Wano, maybe they could have held him off. It's like the Shogun was one of those where he needed Kaido's help to take over Wano. That's my sense of it. Like, do you guys feel like Kaido could have taken over Wano without the Shogun's help?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, because I feel like the Shogun just betrayed his own country. That's why Kaido was able to occupy it.
Yeah.
So I think they're on the same level with Elbaf, where Elbaf, Big Mama's gonna marry into the thing. They're like not take over it, like not like take over the whole thing like by force. But
Yeah.
the Elbaf thing was a great revelation. I think the most information we got from this chapter. Other than, but we got the whole Lola thing, as far as Big Mom.
Yeah, I'm so glad they mentioned.
Let's say that again.
I'm so glad they mentioned the whole like chiffon thing. Like, you know how we were all saying, oh, why didn't they just use her twin? Like,
Exactly.
I'm so glad they mentioned that.
Right. That was a good plot hole to cover up, because we were like, yo, they look just alike.
Yeah.
You just, if it's that important, you have to use the twin. There's no way you're not using the twin. And they do.
Yeah. They're still hiding the reason why Elbaf was so what was it? They were hiding the reason why she didn't marry them or something. My bad. Let me look back at it. I forgot what I was saying.
But it said she ran away. She ran away from the wedding. I think it's one of those where Loki.
Oh no, they hid the reason why Elbaf hates, like why the Giants hate
the
Big Mom.
initial reason. Yeah, the initial reason.
Yeah.
One of should be dropping a theory on that really soon, so guys, check that out.
Dude, did you realize the size of Big Mom compared to the Giants?
Wait, did it show that?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Look at the shadows.
Where?
Oh shit.
What
Okay.
page?
Page 10.
Is that Big Mom?
Well, I
Is
thought
that Big Mom or Lola though?
It looks like Lola. That's probably Lola, and that's the prince. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the prince. Yeah, so that's Lola, and that's the prince. Offering her something. How big was
even
Lola?
the prince looks kind of small in comparison to the
Oh,
others though.
okay. All right.
Yeah, the prince is kind of small compared to the others. Yeah.
Because does that mean? Because isn't Dorian Bragi like the kings of Elbaf or something?
No.
I know about the kings.
If they were kings, then why were they kicked off of Elbaf?
Shoot, no, they weren't kicked off. They left to go fight, didn't they? Or were they just like the captains of the Elbaf pirates or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever mentioned that they were kings, right? They never said that. I mean,
no, people speculated that they were fighting to become the king. That's what people said, but I think it was said that they were fighting just because they wanted to know who was stronger or something like that.
Right. That's
I don't know.
That was stronger. I never read anything that they were a king. I said it pretty much just said that they were warriors. They were just warriors. But they said there were two captains of they were pirates, right?
Yeah, they had to be captains of something because
remember it was like giant pirates or something. But they were
lobby,
but they weren't the kings of Elbaf. They weren't the kings.
Gotcha.
But the Elbaf hype is definitely growing. It was weird seeing Carrot in the bath with Nami. I don't know.
I ignored it. You know, Ashra was probably doing something.
I know Ashra. That's why Ashra isn't here right now. He's coloring the chapter. He's coloring the chapter. He's coloring the chapter right now, so he can get a color.
As soon as Ashra saw the cover,
he's trying to get people to animate it and whatnot.
Yeah, he's like, he's reaching out like, yo, you think you can animate just this panel? Get the bubbles out of there. We don't need no bubbles, man.
Let's get the jiggle physics, man. The jiggle physics.
Let's get the jiggle animations. I just wanted as a research theory.
Something I want to say was, when I was first reading the chapter, I thought it said 15 minutes to the wedding, so I was like all hyped up and stuff. And then I reread the chapter, and it was 4 minutes and 15 minutes, and 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's some ways away. Like I said, we talked about the milk thing, which was it was a gag. I get it, but it is what it is.
Bro, that pissed me off, bro, because it's like Luffy didn't even look that bad without a tooth.
Huh?
It was fine. It looked cool, I think.
Exactly, bro. Gold tooth Luffy for life.
I have the same problem with Zoro's eye. I just want him to open it already. I don't care if it has a power up or anything. I just want it to be open.
Would it be terrible if one day Oda was just like, I'm fucking tired of it. I'm fucking tired of drawing him with one eye. Zoro opens his eye. He's like, Zoro, you opened your eye. He's like, yeah, I just like keeping it closed.
That would piss off so many people.
Piss me off, bro. I just like keeping it closed. You were trolling us the whole time, Oda. with his fucking eye.
See that one would kind of make me laugh just because of like how people would react to it.
Yeah,
Like, it would probably piss me off as well, but it would just make me fucking laugh.
Yo, that was
Just the way everyone's like
so
fanboying over it. Like everyone's so excited. Like all these Zoro fanboys, like, oh yeah, his eye is gonna make him more powerful than Luffy. If Oda does that, that'll make me laugh
bro.
so
That would put
fucking
Zoro
hard.
back on Sanji level, confirmed, bro.
I mean, it'd be like, yo, I just like keeping my left eye closed. Like, what?
Like people would have no more reason to believe that Sanji is weaker than Zoro because like that's the only thing they got over him is that power up.
I
But,
mean, I think a lot of people go to a bunch of different things as far as Zoro versus Sanji. It's
yeah, I'm just saying it's like one of the biggest things is that they think Zoro's gonna have a huge power up and Sanji's not gonna have anything.
But I feel
it's
like one rebuttal to that is that the exoskeleton, right? That Sanji, that could be his power.
Yeah,
if it happened.
I mean it has
Wait,
to at some
what is-
point.
I definitely expect the Sanji power up in this arc. I expect him.
Yeah, I expect it. He still has to redeem himself. He hasn't done that yet.
Because I'm thinking like this is his time. You're like,
He
it's
has
pretty
to,
much like even the way Jim is like, Jim is like Sanji and Luffy. He didn't say Luffy and Sanji when he talks to them. You know, like Sanji, he's trying to save his family. Putting there, the whole situation of putting, like a lot of stuff is all about him. You know, so like whether it's Niji, Ichiji, whatever, Judge, something. I think it's not to go all out. You know.
yeah. So the clothes make the man apparently, and Capone came through, and that spread was dope. That spread was dope with all of them sitting there.
Yo, Pedro got mad respect for me for that one, bro. Looking like a straight
Pedro was looking swaggy.
He's looking. Yeah, he was. Sanji looked like that's Sanji's attire anyway.
Yeah.
Anything
He was underdressed.
Right. Real casual. You know, he had white on already. I don't know if he
Then Brooke looking like the straight up Grim Reaper dog. Striped suit.
But the badass of this was did Gastino have on suspenders?
Yeah.
Gastino had on suspenders, my guy. And that was probably the funniest part of this chapter, man. Fucking Caesar. Confirmed that it is Caesar. I know a lot of people had different opinions last night that it was not
False
Caesar.
opinions.
Super adamant that it wasn't. And this
who said it wasn't Caesar last night?
Oh, Ty. Ty said
it. and I was watching a stream before, and
no, because so I brought up last night. I was like, "Yo, I think I'm leaning towards that. It's more than likely it has to be Caesar, or I don't see the reason for Oda to introduce a character that looks a lot like him."
Yeah, and then the whole Capone thing was also mixing because he's like the defense guy, you know, like and Caesar's captured, you know.
Exactly. So I was like, Capone. They're hinting that he got the title of Rook, so more than likely he could just go and get Caesar. He can just wipe out Perospero off screen. Perospero was never someone I felt like was that important anyway. It was just I'm like, all right, Perospero, whatever.
The biggest thing he had was he's the first son, and like the numbers of sons really don't. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. So it was one of those where it's like I'm leaning towards that as Caesar. I'm like, I don't see the point of it. So then,
and when they had the flashback, I thought that Fruit's prediction was gonna come back. Come true, and like the explosion was gonna make his hair look that way. It didn't happen, but that would have been funny, bro.
That would have been hilarious if Fruit trolling. But nah, it was like it made more sense that it was Caesar. And Ty said that we were just trying to tie things in. We're trying to just look into things too deeply. And he said that he did not think of Caesar at all when he read the chapter. And I was like, when I was reading the chapter, I thought the whole time that it was Caesar. Until the end, people was like, yo, that's not Caesar. I was like, it's not? What do you mean it's not Caesar? It looks just like it.
I think the first person who said that was me or Matt B.
Matt said it wasn't Caesar or that it was?
Wasn't Caesar.
I think the thing that was making it seem like it wasn't Caesar was the whole like because you saw Gotti, Vito, Capone, like it could we never really seen all of Capone's crew, you know. So a lot of people are thinking maybe that's like another member of Capone's crew, you know. That was the biggest thing, you know.
Another thing.
What was sketchy though is why the fuck is this random guy sitting next to Capone?
Yeah.
And Vito behind there and Gotti right there. Like Vito should be there, Gotti's there. Whoever this random guy is, he's not number 2. So it's like, why is he sitting next to Capone? It's like you put someone next to you if you want to keep an eye on him. So,
and I like how we got an explanation as to why Capone's appearance changed because the appearance makes the man.
Yeah, the clothes make the man. So everyone had to take a shower before meeting Capone. Like,
You know, Capone has those secret cameras in the washroom. You know, he was. I'm just
No, wait, is Luffy wearing a hat on top of the straw hat?
Yo,
Like,
is it?
he's wearing two hats, right?
He's wearing a hat on top of the straw hat.
yo, that's crazy.
Wow.
What?
He's wearing a hat on top of the straw hat. But no, I thought it was cool how Sanji already has white on, so he's probably gonna go straight to the wedding.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and his
how Sanji brought up the fact that they can't kill him.
Yeah.
Like, I like the way they brought that
Because
up.
that's something we haven't
'Cause
thought
that
of.
could have been a possibility. Yeah, I never even considered that.
Yeah, I mean,
That means Capone was bluffing from the beginning, though. Then, because he couldn't kill Luffy.
Exactly. Yeah, 'cause, last chapter he said that, right? He was like, if Luffy says anything we don't like, we'll just off them right here. But like,
well,
Yeah.
he can kill Luffy, but he can't kill the Sanji.
But that's not happening like this. You know it.
Yeah, but
It's not happening like that.
it's not. But he's like, he could technically kill Luffy. Luffy isn't essential to his plan. But Sanji is.
yeah,
They
but
don't
then
know
without
their plan.
Luffy, Sanji's not following them after that.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
Sanji ain't
it's one
gonna.
of those where it's
Sanji will
like-
probably purposely sabotage the shit just so that they can't get what they need.
Right. So it's one of those where I said the wedding has to happen for everything to go down. Like, I've been saying this for a long time. So Sanji's gonna play along, and I don't know what Capone's plan is. But he said he has a plan already thought out. I don't know what plan he could have to kind of take down Big Mom.
I'm actually
It's probably
hyped to see
something
his
along
plan
those
though, because it's got like he brought Caesar for his plan. Like he wants the chemicals and shit, right? So like that's gonna be hyped to see what he's got planned for Caesar.
It's kind of crazy right now.
Is he gonna bring up that he's gonna poison Big Mom, and then Luffy's gonna be like, not like this?
Not like this. You know what? I don't think so. I don't think a not like this moment should happen. I don't think.
If it does, Oda's trolling us, bro. He must be watching the streams.
Yo, man. Like I said, they have different opinions as far as Luffy. They're like different characters morally. But if Luffy says, "I hate Big Mom," and then you jump in front of a poison weapon and says, "No, we're not going to take it out like this," that would be so fucking lame. Like, come on. Like, you say you hate this woman, and then because they're using a tactic that you don't agree with, not like this. So you save Big Mom, you think she's going to, like, what do you think she's going to do? She's going to be indebted to you after that? Because I don't think so. Like, Big Mom was beating on her own kid just because she looked like somebody that fucked up for her. Like,
doesn't Luffy like to defeat his the enemies to basically crush their ideals?
But at this point, Luffy can't do that. Like, that's the whole reason Jumbo was telling him, like, we have to ally with Capone because we can't. We've seen the tip of the iceberg. You going the regular way you going about it, you're just gonna get captured again. Like, he's literally saying you're not strong enough, basically. Like, we can't do it that way. So I thought it's cool how Jinbei, he kind of kept Luffy in check after he went ham on Capone, which was it was childish. Like, let me just punch you first. What? What?
Did you predict that? I thought you predicted that.
Huh?
I thought you predicted that Luffy wanted to. Somebody predicted Luffy wanted to hit him.
Well, I was saying that. Well, I said Luffy would say no. Like, Luffy would, go
that's
right.
Crazy, because Luffy's thinking about like Peckham's like that, like just because of Capone what he did to Peckham's, so like that's crazy.
Yeah, Luffy's. I mean, he had a moment, right? The fucking moment with You need to tell Brook to sharpen up, like Brook.
Oh yeah. At the Brook, all the shit Brook did. He's like, yo, come on, what? We're just getting started, yo. Calm down, yo.
Like, tighten it up, bro. We still got the real stuff to go. Like, that was cool. That was cool.
This man was sleeping with a Yonka, yo.
I
using the same bed with Big Mom. You disrespect me.
He's like, yo, bro, chill. That's not what we're here for.
What are you doing? Like, we got the real stuff to get to. Brook is like paradise, just paradise. A wonderful bath. And then they run into fucking milk thing. Nah, that was cool to see though. Luffy, he's getting some development this arc.
Yo, let me bring something up about Caesar real quick though. Okay, I predict that Caesar, like right now we see him with Capone and whatnot, but that's just because he's part of Capone's plan. So sooner or later, Capone will not need him, and he's not gonna like let him join the crew most likely. So let's say at the end of the day, Caesar has to escape with like Straw Hats. So he goes with the Straw Hats, right? And then that means that he would have been seen with the Straw Hats through two major events since the time skip.
Oh shit!
So he would get a bounty poster from the world government.
Straw Hats.
Yeah, saying he's part of the Straw Hats.
Yo, that would be
The world government or the government assumes that because Caesar's always with them, he's joined the crew now.
Exactly.
Whoa. Or they could either they do that and call him Gastino of the Straw Hats, or they just associate him with Capone's crew as Gastino.
Yeah.
You know,
either way, he's going down by association.
Yeah, right. That would be funny, where he's not part of the crew, but every time someone sees him, they're like, "Yo, it's Gastino from the Straw Hat crew." And he's fucking attacked just because of that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Or
people are saying, who has a better chance, Kid killing Shanks or Capone killing Big Mom?
I would say Capone killing Big Mom.
Well, I felt Kid killing Shanks because they had multiple, like they had more people.
Well, I say Capone because how the way he goes about things, like he tries to ally himself with them and then he betrays.
The fact, yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right.
The fact he's under him already. He's the defense and everything. Like he already has that connection.
He's already into shit. He's already like defending her. But
at the same time, Kid could start a whole war with Shanks, but Capone could go straight for the kill. So I mean, it goes either way.
Yeah.
But
that's what Capone is even planning. Like that's I think why they're getting ready to escape right away, because like he's not trying to deal with any sweet commanders, any ministers. Right. As soon as he takes that Big Mom, he's out of there. Yo, that's all he needs. He's
out of there. He just wants her head in a bag. But
yeah, this guy's sick. He's sick.
Matt Drake brought up a great point last night, where if Jumbo knows about Capone, why doesn't Big Mom know about him? Like, is she that oblivious where he's that infamous and she has ties to the underworld and does not know about Capone? Is the invite from the people in the underworld just to call out Capone, where say it's the middle of the wedding, right? And the Big Mom's like, Capone, you think I didn't know of your plan?
It's all leading up to like she probably knows about Capone.
You know what?
Everything, you know?
I think Big Mom actually offers Capone as like a present to the people of the underworld.
Yo,
they would already hate him. Like if there's mafia there, then that could be a reason.
I think this is going
where they're still after him, innit? They still have a grudge on him.
Just thinking about it, I'm like, Big Mom has been setting up Capone this whole time. Once Capone joined her crew, she said, you know what? She already has ties to the underworld, so she knew who he was. So this whole bullshit about him joining her crew, she used him to get Sanji to her island. And then she made him rook on purpose to give him the like, I don't know, just the idea that he's not paying attention for it all to be like a tribute of him.
Doesn't Big Mom have a prison dedicated to Beige or something?
No, she has a page that said Capone Gang or like Gang Beige. She had a page in her book that said Gang Beige. So
watch Big Mom pull some shit like she unleashes. No, not Big Mom. Capone pulls like wait, there's a book of all those creatures, right? That Big Mom has. Like that.
Yes.
That might play a part in like whatever Capone's planning, yo. Maybe,
I think Big Mom is setting everybody up, yo. I really think that now. I think all this is just a ruse. Like Big Mom has been playing.
She's sleeping, yo. She's actually still. She's so like confident. The tea party is so important for her. It's so important for her. Yeah, she's so confident. Yeah, exactly. She's just chilling. Like she knows nothing's gonna go wrong. Like it's very crazy.
I think Big Mom's been setting up Capone this whole time, yeah. Like this whole thing, making him rook, like him just casually capturing Caesar, like Katakuri nowhere to be found. Big Jimbo mentions just the tip of the iceberg. Why haven't we seen them? Even though apparently everything is going wrong on her territory. She knew when Luffy and them got there. She knew everything about them, and all of a sudden she doesn't know anything anymore.
It's making me think what it's making me think right now is that before they even get their plan started, something's gonna happen, right? And then the box, that box is very important. The box from Fishman Island, the bomb, So if that might help out Capone if they get into trouble right away in the beginning, in a sense where like Big Mom already has the number. And then I don't know where the box.
Crazy twist though, where Capone has this fucking awesome plan, and then all of a sudden Big Mom is like, Capone, do you know these guys? And it's like the 5 like representatives of the families. And it's like, holy shit. It's like, Capone, did you think I didn't know about you? Did you think I didn't know who you were? Do you think I made you rook?
She's gonna make him spin, yo. She can make that spin that wheel right away.
Oh, spin this way.
just gonna see Luffy and Sanji sneaking out the back, like jumping out the cake, like we're just gonna leave.
Like,
Actually,
no, Luffy just goes wild. Like, this isn't the plan. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here, yo. Fuck Capone. Let's just get out of here. Nah, yo.
Actually, that would actually tie in with alliances betraying each other.
Nah, people are saying I'm hyping them. No, I really think that's what's gonna happen. Big Mom can.
I do too.
There's no.
I do too. Because the same could be said about German 66. We've seen no expectations from them, like no suspicious anything, like some plot against Big Mom or anything, really. So, and the same could be said about Big Mom. They're acting oblivious, but they're supposed to be the two strongest, groups at the wedding and whatnot.
Capone is going to be the entertainment for this wedding. Yeah, I think so. I think Capone is going to be entertainment. Like, she's been setting this whole thing up this whole time.
You know what would be crazy? What would be crazy? The Vince Smokes actually fight against the Capone and like Straw Hat Alliance.
Where that's the thing I was thinking about too. Where the Vince Smoke, they're actually like they were hired by Big Mom, right? They were actually hired by Big Mom based on what she knew about Capone as kind of like a backup plan, because we know that they're mercenaries, right? And this whole ruse about Sanji and the wedding was for Capone and for her entertainment. Like, this whole thing was planned out by her. And the Vince Smoke, they're actually just there because she's paying them. Like,
so that's why Reiju told Sanji to just leave?
Just leave. Get out of here, bro. It's not about you. Get the fuck out of here.
So you're saying that the fact that Big Mom wants to kill all the Germa is a ruse?
Oh, yeah. It's one of those where, what's Big Mom's true goal here? Like, is it Burma? Well, here's the thing. It could be where Big Mom could actually have hired them to get them there, but to also betray them. But she's really looking to get Capone and make fun of Capone. People are saying just for Capone, but it's like, if Big Mom has ties to the underworld.
Well, it could be a situation where like she doesn't really hire them. She still tries to take the Vince Smokes out, but like in the confusion of the Tea Party, the Vince Smokes think that Capone and Straw Hats are against them, you know, when really they're trying to save them. So it could be like they don't even understand what's happening, and they start going against Capone and Straw Hat Alliance. So start going against Sanji versus Ichi or some shit like that, or Judge versus Sanji. Are you dumb? What the fuck? My plan.
This says she ain't Aizen. Listen, she ain't Aizen. I mean, I don't know, man. She's been fucking like.
She ain't Aizen.
Nah, but Big Mom cannot be this. Yo, cannot.
Big Mom ain't Aizen, but she got like a bunch of homies in Aizen. It's her territory, though. Like, this is the yes. Home court advantage.
You know, actually, Brago, I actually like that idea of it being a ruse.
This whole thing is her entity. Like, what I'm saying is, as a pirate, right? You've been doing this shit for 20 years. For more than 20 years. Like, that shit must be boring as fuck. Like, you're just there. Like, I'm just trying to get poneglyphs. You're not going anywhere. You're just eating. And I'm sure when Uruj showed up, when Kid showed up, it's fucking exciting. Like, she let Luffy do what he wanted for a while. She's like, nah, let's let him go. Let's let him do his thing. You know, but now, I think Big Mom definitely has a plan.
Yeah, and we also wish. Have we even seen any of the acid come out? Like, have they shown any acid from Big Mom in this whole arc?
Nope.
No.
Like, that was highlighted in the Fishman Island arc, you know?
Yes. Yep. They said Dofi is gone from the underworld and Kaido's connection is lost, and Big Mom wants to take over the underworld.
Huh.
So she's going to offer Capone as like a peace offering in a way to kind of get in the game. I don't know. Because Capone, people like the gangsters, they hate Capone, yo. Like Capone, I guess in the pirate world, Capone isn't a big deal. But in that world, Capone is a fucking big deal.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's like, he's caused trouble.
Stop trying to overcomplicate the character. She's not that complex.
Wait, what?
They said we're overcomplicating her. She's not that complex. They said Katakuri is more hype than Big Mom at this point.
Yeah, confirmed.
Actually, that's
because we don't really know how Katakuri even looks like.
I mean, we just haven't seen him. That's why.
Yeah.
But you can't. I don't expect Katakuri to be stronger than Big Mom. I don't think that.
Now, if they said Smoothie was more hype, because think about a Smoothie, Katakuri, and Cracker, like they're relatively around the same string. Now, I think it's Katakuri strongest, then Smoothie, then Cracker, but they're still in the same, like, relative same Sweet Commander level, you know.
I think after seeing
like-
Factor and how he dominated Luffy, immediately the other two were hyped up. Where it was,
and then Smoothie had like a bigger bounty. How much bigger was it per bounty?
how much? What was Smoothie? Smoothie was like
932 and
Carrot was
Yeah.
like
860.
yeah. So after
Crackers, it's like
yes,
I wouldn't be surprised if Katakuri is not a billion berry bounty. Like that's kind of crazy because then you look at Kaido's crew, like maybe the Kaido's crew is more reckless. That's why they have a higher bounty. Jack or at 1 billion. If Jack still has the lowest bounty amongst the calamities, that would be spooky. That was very spooky right there.
Yo, I'm hearing in the comments right now that Katakuri, we've already seen him. He's actually Pound.
Here's the thing with Pound, right? I have a whole theory about Pound. I haven't made that yet, but that's coming. Pound is definitely not Katakuri. Okay. Definitely.
But he's jumping out the cake, though, bro. I'm telling you, he's jumping out the cake. He's
I'm telling you that, yo, Katakuri.
hide in the cake.
Katakuri is bobbins, yo. Katakuri is bobbins.
Katakuri. You know what? I don't. Man, the whole bobbin thing. I'm kind of torn on that. Like, I don't know. I really don't know about bobbin at this point. I don't think.
I'm telling you, Brago, yo. Bobbins, Crackers, these characters. Bobbins, Crackers, Randolph. These characters.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see them in a future battle.
Sure.
That's not revolving the High Pirates.
For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be maybe a useless kid, something, or maybe someone. The Marines go against Big Mom. Someone's gonna. That's what they're showing the characters. They might get defeated, but we're gonna see their full extent of their abilities when they go against someone else. And Big Mom. I think Big Mom's gonna get taken out, and there's gonna be like a couple chapters on her getting taken out, but not strong.
This arc?
Not this arc. Not this arc. If Big Mom gets taken out this arc, you're like, well, come on, like we're gonna be like, okay, we just took out one of the Yonkos. Now next to the next Yonko.
Yo, actually,
Bacento man is saying believe in Bobbin. Bacento man, I still believe in Bobbin. Believe in Bobbin 2017 heavy all day. We still believe in Bobbin.
Yo, Brian, I'll tell you right now, I was on that believe in Bobbin heavy. You saw me rocking it. You saw me rocking it, but I don't believe in that man anymore. Yo. I gave him multiple chances. I gave him multiple chances.
You know what the argument for that could be? Like Capone and those guys, they did all that just to take out Bobbin. Was Bobbin the one cog in their plan? Was Bobbin the one thing they were like, we gotta take that dude out?
If he didn't get kicked by Sanji, I might have given him one more chance.
No, but the thing is, he was good after the Sanji kick, though. He immediately started chasing Sanji. Like Sanji,
no, but the thing is, I gave him that chance at the Sanji. Like, he was good. He tanked it a little bit. But then he got, after one chapter later, just out of nowhere, was calling.
Bro, they came out of nowhere for Bobbin, bro. Gotta take Bobbin out. Bobbin.
I predict Bobbin's going. He's going to be crawling. He's going to be crawling through the way, right?
Lady Amanda is more step on.
Yo!
What's up, Matt?
Boogie Wagga.
How did you feel about that Caesar?
Boogie Wagga, how do you feel about Caesar? I mean,
Yo! Fucking phone, man. God damn it. Yo. I want to say to everybody that was making fun of me for saying that Lola was going to marry the Giants, fuck you.
Wait, what?
Wait. That was a theory that I agreed with as far as the Outback thing. I feel like that made the most sense. A lot of people didn't like that, but I mean that made the most sense to me.
I wasn't saying anybody in this stream.
Yeah.
Like nobody in this stream, but I remember when I made that video, dude, and I put that shit like that discussion video up. People were like, "You're reaching. How do you know that, motherfucker?"
I mean,
you gotta go back to that video. Respond to every comment, yo. 158. I mean 858.
Nah, real talk. I do, and like people were even people were even sending me messages like, "Why do you think that Lola's gonna marry the Giants?" And I'm like, dude, like Big Mom, or it's been hinted that something about the Giants is special to Big Mom. So if she's pissed off about one marriage in particular, and what's the species that we don't have on the island, I mean, it makes sense. And people are like, "Oh no, Oda's not that predictable. Fuck you."
Oh my!
What do you?
It said, "Matt, change your logo upside down."
Huh?
Turn the M to a W. It say, "Matt, sneak this in." What?
No.
They said Matt, sneak this in Thai.
Wow. Oh, my. Wait, I don't know. Wait, I don't know if Ty agreed with the bell bath thing. I don't remember if he agreed or not. I think he disagreed. I don't remember.
Bro, Luffy's stupid, bro.
Wait, Grim, have you read the whole chapter?
Bruh, oh fuck, I love Oda, bro. Luffy's so fucking stupid, bro.
I mean, wait.
Damn.
Let me ask you guys, since you guys just got in, what do you guys think about the whole tooth thing?
Bro, I was about to say, what the fuck?
Yo,
like,
look. That shit was funny as fuck. I am not gonna lie. Like, I like that exchange between Luffy and Brook, and then like, dude, that shit was funny. I didn't think that Luffy was gonna. I mean, what? How did you guys expect the motherfucker to get a tooth back? I mean, like it was obviously gonna be in a funny way, and I mean, it was just like it was obviously for comedic relief. Like,
I didn't like it.
oh come on, Brago.
Here's the thing, because how he lost the tooth wasn't funny. Wasn't funny to me. Don't have him lose the tooth and give it back in a funny way, Oda Troll. Don't do that to me.
Bro, that shit was funny, man. I was like as soon as they said something about milk and Luffy and Brook are standing next to each other, I'm like, dude, this motherfucker's gonna drink this milk and the tooth's gonna come back.
With Brook, I get it. With Brook, like that whole thing, I get that. But
Yeah.
that tooth?
hey, y'all notice, like when we were starting the chapter and shit.
Yo, Brago, man, the bones and teeth need calcium, man. The bones and teeth.
Y'all notice how like there was
commercials.
tension with like the whole shower thing at first, and then like Luffy mentioned towards the middle of the chapter how he was getting tired a little bit, like he was feeling like it was towards the end of the battle and shit like that. You think that was a little correlation with there? I know it was like kind of used so that they could change clothes and shit, you know, to change the style so it could look more like opponents, shit like that. But I kind of feel like I was hinting towards something.
Wait, Luffy said he was tired when?
Like, yeah, in the middle of the chapter, he was like, I don't like this. If it feels like after a battle.
Wait, you're talking about the whole Brook thing?
No. Like literally right before that, that panel, he was like, I don't like this. I feel like after a battle, I'm getting tired, and I'm like, because there was the chapter kind of showed like, or like gave us a tension feeling that like, why are we taking a shower like literally 2 hours before the wedding? And I guess the whole shower like montage thing took like 45 minutes, because in the beginning it was like 4:15 until the wedding, and then it was like 3:30 until the wedding.
Wait, so the panel that I remember is
Huh?
Luffy telling Brook to tighten up. Was it after that or before that?
I think it was before that. I think he was like, Luffy was like, I don't like this whole shower shit. It feels like after a battle, I'm getting tired. And then they both got out the shower and started drinking milk and shit. We might be reading a different version because I use
What translation you used?
it's an app called Manga Searcher. It has like all the shit that comes up.
Yeah, because this one, just translation says, over here it says, battle ? Tighten it up a little, Brook.
Yeah. So this translation basically says that Brook is taking it too lightly, and that Brook has to you gotta focus a bit more. He's telling Brook like, why are you acting like you just made it through some fierce battle? Tighten it up a little. We've got the real stuff to go. Because Brook is like, it's just paradise. This is just paradise, a wonderful bath. And he's like, yo, you gotta tighten up. Because Brook's like, I almost can't leave. Like, it's the end of a battle. So I guess I get that translation. But Luffy's like, nah, man.
If that's the translation, that kind of sounds like Zoro, what he would say to Brook.
Right.
But either way, like the whole shower thing, like it was weird to me. Like
Well, it goes with Capone's character, though. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like you have to be.
I think that whole shower thing. I think what you're saying is like the whole shower thing is kind of like the post arc in the midway arc, where then they're not really gonna have a post arc situation of okay, Island just gonna bounce right away. Just dips it after the whole situation of Big Mom.
Yeah.
I see the story reasons for it, but it's just the whole. I don't know. It's probably like a small little thing that's probably not even going to be important later on, but it bugs me a little bit. The whole way that like Luffy and Sanji, they were questioning the whole shower shit, and then they go through with it, and I don't know. I feel like that's where Capone would have the upper hand. That's where Capone would have done something, because later on at the end when Luffy was about to swing on him, he was like, "Let him do it. Fuck it." Because I guess he had
Yeah, I took that in.
dreams. Yeah.
Mm.
So
That in, yeah. He's like, yo, let him or some shit. I was surprised. I'm like, what the?
Maybe he
Yeah,
knows
should
he
let
can
him.
take it. Well, we don't know. The thing is with Capone's fruit, right? When Capone uses his fruit, it's like a weird barrier goes around it. Where I don't know if Luffy can actually hit Capone. Like, I mean, because it's like it's one of those.
Yes. I just see the funniest comments. The guy said, "The whole shower thing was weird to you?" Question mark. Bro, hygiene is important. It feels good. Try it too sometime.
You guys going in like this? But nah, I think it's like with Capone. Maybe Capone, like once it goes, like Capone has something where he can just absorb the hit because it's like it's weird with this fruit. Like I don't think it's as simple as like just hitting Capone. Like I don't think it's just that simple. But
then how would you how would you go around that though? Like someone has to be able to counter that, right? But what would do it?
yeah, but it's like every time he uses his fruit, it's like a barrier that makes everything like shrink. You know, so it's like I don't know how that works when someone attacks him.
well, we saw he got really flustered when whenever Sanji like fucked up his
Fire.
carpet or whatever, or set it on fire.
Well, he's
So
already
maybe
inside of him. You know what I mean? So maybe like something like Red Hawk, you'd have to actually dodge it. You know what I mean? Where fire is like his direct counter. Where because it's like you can't just let the Red Hawk go inside of him. In a way.
true.
But, I don't know. A lot of people hate Capone for some reason. I don't. I guess I don't know. I don't know why people hate Capone. But wait, what do you guys think about Gastino? Matt and Grim.
That was the funniest part, bro.
Yo, it's just like gangster. I'm gangster Gastino, and I'm just like, bro, this dude. The funniest moment of the chapter was Chopper and Sanji's fucking face after he said that. Bro, I was fucking dead. Like you can have.
It was funny as well. He was laughing the same exact way.
Yes, he's laughing the same exact like yes. And that's what Sanji said. I think Sanji's just like, dude, he's not even trying to hide it. Like, what the fuck?
Like, where did he come up with that? It's funny because he's looking badass and shit, just sitting there, like nothing is bothering him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but like we said, I said that I was unsure about if it was Caesar or not, but I did put in there the possibility that it could be Caesar. Yeah, I did say that it could be Caesar because he's the head of security. And I mean, bro, dude, I got so much shit to talk. God damn it, I got so much shit to talk. I'm
Before
sorry.
that,
Go ahead.
Before you talk shit.
Did you misread the timing of the wedding? Because at first, I'm pretty sure I told Brago this already in the rest of the stream. At first, I thought it said 15 minutes to the wedding.
Oh no.
So I got hyped up.
I like at first I was just like, I was just like, oh, okay, so they're actually like Oda's actually giving us a time frame. You know what this shit reminds me of? It reminds me of before Marineford while we were in Impel Down.
Yeah.
Like every time it kept giving you like a breakdown to like, we have this many hours before the execution. Like, bro, this tea party, it's gonna be lit. Like it is going to be lit.
Yo, Mugo, I already got the music playing in my head. When all of them gathering up and shit, yo, OST.
Yes, bro. But what I just some more shit that I have to talk is why the fuck why are people trying to dumb down Capone's like role? They're saying, oh, he's only head of security for the wedding. What so you're telling me that Big Mom just says, oh, you're only head of security for this wedding, and that's just it? Like I don't understand that. I don't even understand how that was an argument that people like brought up. No, it was stated that he's head of security, and that's it. He's head of security. There's no other conditions other than that. He's just the head of security. So, like, dude, I just like that's that shit. People alter the they alter things in the story for their own prerogative. Like, I don't get that shit, man.
Brago, did you say something about this being a ruse? The whole thing. Capone.
Yeah. So Matt, I was saying that this whole thing, Big Mom's been setting Capone up this whole time. She and her connections to the underworld, like after Capone got on her island, she's been setting him up for the Tea Party, and I think his demise is going to be entertainment at the Tea Party. So like
you said Capone?
Yeah, Capone. Like his plan, because Peckham said that you should not underestimate Big Mom.
Right, and we've all been saying like we've all been referencing that. Yeah.
So Big Mom, knowing, because it was like, why does, remember you mentioned how does Jimbo know about Capone and Big Mom doesn't, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
So it's one of those where Big Mom knew the whole time, but it's like with Dofi gone, how can she assume Dofi's position in the underworld, right? How can she bypass all the other people in the underworld? What if you capture someone that's been a pain in those guys' side this whole time, like the gangsters? Like, what if you capture someone like that? And it's like Capone, she could have done it a long time ago, but I think Big Mom enjoys entertainment. So like this whole making him head of security, all this stuff to give him the sense of like she's let her guard down was all a ruse for him to be set up at the Tea Party.
Yo, I don't know if it's like for him to be set up, but what my biggest thing is, as I've stated before, if Jinbei knows Capone's history, you don't think that Big Mom does? I mean, dude, Big Mom knew that Luffy was on Whole Cake, like was on her territory before anyone came and reported it to her.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, dude, it's just, well, yeah, the homies, obviously, but still, it's like, we're like, dude, everybody is severely underestimating Big Mom. And I mean, if it turns out that she is doing all of this to make an example of Capone, then then I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off, because like I hate to say it, but I fucking told you so.
On One Piece Amino, I made this discussion about why people think Big Mom will be taken down this arc. And I gave like 5 different reasons why I think that she's not going to be taken down. And they still coming up with BS reasons like, oh, because she's the antagonist of this arc. And it's like, okay, it's irrelevant. Did you read my reasoning?
So what were the reasons you gave?
I'll be right back. Just a second.
All right, this said, wait, you're saying cut ties some slack. What were people saying?
No, I'm not cutting shit. I'm not cutting shit. Oh. No, I am not cutting shit.
All right. People saying, Ty, where you at? Hold this fat L. Say, okay, Ty was wrong. Get over it. Damn. Said Taekwon taking
look. Y'all are talking about Taekwon. I don't just discuss One Piece with Ty. I discuss it with several people. I discuss One Piece on Skype. I discuss things with other people outside of these streams. I'm sorry if you guys feel like that I'm going at Ty. No, I'm not. That's not who I'm referencing. I don't have to point out who I'm referencing.
So these 5 points are, I don't think Luffy is powerful enough to defeat an emperor, and the same thing applies for all the supernovas, in fact. I also said that for an emperor to be defeated on her own territory with all of her freaking people over here is ludicrous. And then we also seen that we haven't even seen all of Big Mom's crew yet.
Well, dude, I mean, as it was stated in the last chapter, right? It said there are more pirates, a part of Big Mom's crew, who were associated with the underworld, that are coming, that are fierce fighters as well. So, and it said that the crew that we've already been introduced to isn't even the tip of the iceberg. So, like, I don't understand. Like this is verbatim from the chapter. I can't make this up. It's there. You can go back. You can.
Hey, I got something. This is irrelevant as fuck from the chapter, but y'all remember how now got the Shichibukai title by like taking like 100 pirate hearts.
Yeah.
And like now
Yeah.
we see that like you can have your heart taken and not necessarily be dead. You think those pirates might like be involved with Wano somehow, like coming after Law, or even eventually they might have something to do with Law?
Well, if Law, they're still alive, I believe, because I think how it was phrased with that Law took their hearts. With what we know now, Law can do that and you can still be alive. So I think all of them are still alive, but in some way that those guys could be. It could be one of those where honestly, Law didn't take their hearts. They offered it to him as like a peace offering. Like you know how those guys drank sake with Luffy. They gave their hearts to Law because Law has his own fucking fleet that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like everyone is saying that Luffy has this great fleet, but I think those guys are probably loyal to Law, where they gave their hearts up. More than likely, they got into like a fight of some sort, but they're now loyal to Law. I don't think they're going to come back as a opposition for Law. Because at some point, Law has to. I think Law is going to be, one of the main rivals of Luffy going forward, like after the Wano thing. So at some point, Law, his fleet has to be introduced, because then Luffy is going to just run through all of them. So I think that's the best way to tie it in, where those guys are actually still loyal to Law. I don't think, because more than likely they're still alive. So this chapter had me thinking about Law's fruit anyway.
Yo, everybody's talking about me eating chips. Yeah, man, chips for fucking breakfast. That's how we get down.
It said Big Mom isn't going down. Yeah, I don't think Big Mom is going down. I think it's too much. It's too much in Big Mom's favor. It's a lot against her. It's a lot of convenience there for like how far they've gotten to this point. But when you think about it and how a Yonko should operate, I think that they're walking into a big trap.
Yo, don't y'all think that it is kind of like one thing that I will say about this chapter that was kind of absurd to me was Luffy and Law or Luffy and Sanji are just walking through Whole Cake Island. Like Jinbei's like, yo, the Capone's base is over here on this part of the island. Yeah, we're gonna go through the mirror world. We're not gonna try to get you guys. We're just gonna meet you there. You guys just find your way over there, bruh. And they get there. And it takes them 45 minutes and nobody fucking sees them. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This convenient shit. Like, dude, dude, you're on a Yonko territory and you tell me nobody sees them? Like,
yo, hey.
Not even homies?
Hey, I mentioned that last chapter whenever Jinbei was telling Luffy about the whole Capone plan period, that they were still in the mirror realm. And if we remember like a few chapters earlier, they were like running through the mirror realm just yelling Sanji's name, just asking random mirrors like if they like knew where Sanji was. So like to me, that would mean that if they're sitting there talking in the mirror realm, then the mirrors hear what they're talking about. That's another thing. And as well as them running through Whole Cake, like just fucking walking around, Big Mama has to know that they're free. Big Mama has to know that there's a plan going on. And I feel like that's the reveal for it. That's the underhanded reveal that Oda gave us.
Well, is she still sleeping or not?
Well, let's just assume that she's still sleeping. Let's just hope that all of these fucking homies are like, Big Mom, we have to tell you something. Like, because dude, this is fucking insane. And like, dude, and this is another reason why I'm just like, you guys think that Big Mom's gonna go down when the arc has been this fucking convenient? Like, dude, like something has to go down to make up for all of this fucking convenience, because it's just been like, I don't even want to go to Wano and deal with Kaido if it's just going to be this convenient, because this shit makes no sense. Like, this cannot continue. Like if being the Pirate King is so hard, this shit doesn't make it look like it's that hard. I mean, god damn. Dude, they're going through a Yonko's territory unseen, unheard. And it's been written
for Pirate King.
Dude, like I have to call a spade, and this is just too convenient. This is too goddamn convenient for the Straw Hats, for all parties, like with
That's
Luffy.
Let
That's one of my
me
other
pose this
reasons.
question. Someone said, if we replace old Whitebeard, is this plan working?
Yeah.
Because obviously Prime Whitebeard isn't working. I'm gonna say old Whitebeard.
That's a question
No,
because like he doesn't.
Look. I'm not. This is an easy answer. I don't think that it's working now. So no, it's not gonna work against Prime Whitebeard. Like,
Okay.
So let's do this.
Wait, what was the question? What was the question?
Would it work against
or old Whitebeard.
old Whitebeard? So Luffy
What,
Luffy goes to Whole Cake, and the first person he fights
No,
is
Whitebeard.
Jozu.
Let's say that he fights Jozu. He doesn't beat Jozu.
He doesn't beat
Oh,
Jozu.
nah.
His hockey is not strong enough to
I
defeat.
don't think he's beating Jozu.
Yeah, he doesn't beat Jozu.
Nami's Rain don't do shit to Diamond,
Obviously,
so.
he isn't doing anything, right? So I don't know how Luffy beats Jozu. First off,
Okay. Let's give the benefit. Well, now we can't even say Vista because Vista would thrash him too because swords.
beat him as well.
His ass.
So let's go to the second one, Smoothie. Right? That would be Ace is still alive in this scenario. This is a made-up scenario. So Ace is still alive, right?
It's the saving
And-
grace. The saving grace.
And
Man.
if they're in that cage, that's not stopping fire, fam. Like fire is still going in that cage. And I don't think they're getting around Ace that way. And then we haven't seen Marco yet, right? Marco is just not there. And this whole thing, Whitebeard is still fucking Whitebeard. So people say we underestimate Luffy. Luffy isn't beating Jozu, bro. Like Luffy is not.
We underestimate Luffy, dude.
Hell no.
He couldn't beat Cracker by himself. What do you mean? How, dude?
Say it again, bro. Say it again.
Dude, how are we underestimating him? If anything, that further proves why the motherfucker isn't gonna be Big Mom this arc. He needs to get stronger. You can't, dude. When is Luffy gonna get to the point to where he can fight someone like an Admiral 1v1? Like, when is it gonna happen?
That's why I'm contemplating whether there should be a second time skip or not.
With Jozu though, like Jozu, like do you guys see the size of that shit Jozu threw?
No,
That
Joe's big and
iceberg,
fuck himself.
That iceberg, dude.
iceberg.
Yes, and then Jozu, as Grim just said, and Jozu is fucking big himself. Dude,
Like-
and then you combine Busoshoku Haki with a diamond. Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Fuck, bro.
Like I said, Jozu is one of those where he's like a boss battle, right? Where you got to hit him more times than he hits you, because he gets in like 3 good hits. Like that's gonna hurt a lot. Like Jozu is a monster. Like I know he fought Aokiji, so it doesn't look that way. But you know that was off
What
guard.
you mean, bro? Don't fall for that tie shit, bro. You just say he fought Aokiji. Who else gonna fight Aokiji, bro?
Here's the thing.
Who else gonna fight Aokiji, bro?
No. Here's the thing where the Aokiji fight, where people slept on Jozu after the fight, because Jozu caught Aokiji off guard, and we saw what happened to him.
Dude, Jozu did a shoulder tackle to Aokiji.
Right. But then
Was it?
Aokiji caught him, and then he lost an arm. You know what I mean? So it's like that shows the separation there between the admirals and the commanders. Where I feel like, well, and then also another thing that a lot of people sleep on Jozu is the Doflamingo thing. And I'm like, you can't hold that against Jozu.
No,
That's
yeah.
fucking
Well, hold on, bro. I actually got to respond to that. With the whole. I'm gonna first start with the Aokiji thing.
Matter of fact,
that to me.
Josie now. Let's go ahead with Josie. I like that, man.
All right. I think like the whole. I'll give it to you for sure. There is a separation between Aokiji and Jozu, but just that specific feat, that was more like that's his fruit's ability. It's his fruit special ability and shit. Like I don't think Kizaru's just taking off his fucking arm with one slice like that. There's a difference. You're right. There's a difference between Jozu, the commanders, admirals, Aokiji. There's a difference. The other thing I want to go to is the Flamingo thing. You're 100% right. All he did was come from behind and hold him back. We saw that with the vice admiral.
It was dope as fuck how good Dofi used him as like perch.
He made it look badass. Yeah. But we saw with the vice admiral or whatever that he controlled that nigga to fight the other vice admiral. We even saw with the other commander on Whitebeard's crew. He made him kill all his motherfuckers, but he wasn't moving Jozu.
As well, people overlook that Doflamingo. He had his hands in a way where it's like he couldn't use his hands. Normally when Doflamingo's doing it, it's like really casual. But Jozu, he had his hands like the whole time. Like I gotta keep my hands like this. This dude is
He's gonna
So
break free. Yep.
yeah, so I mean, he just sat on his head though. That's so disrespectful. He just sat on his head to have a
Put my
conversation.
nuts on your chin.
Like, I mean, so I think those way in that way people downplay Josie just because of that. But I don't. I think Josie's a beast, man.
And then didn't he sneak up behind Josu? Like he caught him completely off guard.
He was off guard.
So man, come on, bro. Like get the fuck out of here.
I think the Whitebeard crew as a whole, they're slept on because of what happened to them at Marine. A lot of
Marine Force shouldn't be used as a power scaling.
Yeah,
I agree.
How many times have we said this? Marine Ford doesn't need to be used as power scaling. Like if Marine Ford was a
power scaling,
like if it was right, if Marine Ford was done right, then there's no way that Whitebeard wins. Whitebeard should have got annihilated. Whitebeard shouldn't have been able to even put up a fight.
You know, it's funny because
he could have put up a fight.
The whole fight. Dofi was fucking around. Hancock was fucking around.
Mihawk was fucking around. Every single one of them. And like, dude, it's just like you have all of those forces. And dude,
Moria was bro. Moria was supposed to change the entire title battle, bro. If you die, you become Moria's force. What? What?
Yeah, it was one of those where like, it was just we were just messing around. It wasn't a real thing. And then the admirals weren't even trying to take people out. They were supervising war.
Except for Akainu.
Well, even Akainu. Like, here's the thing: Akainu he had his eyes set on Whitebeard. He had his eyes set on Luffy, Ace. But Akainu, for the most part, they would have a clash, right? Akainu wasn't really involved with anybody else, but Aokiji, he would have a clash with someone, then he'd just leave to filling the holes in other places. And Kizaru did the same thing. We'd have a clash with someone, and he's like, oh, so they're breaking through over here? Let me just go over here to, like, slow that down a little bit, then come back over here. They weren't, like, caught up in this whole one-on-one battle thing. Like, they were just like, all right, let's just keep it so that we keep the momentum. And then they caught him in that trap, and with the only reason why they didn't get annihilated in that whole thing when Akainu sent his fucking meteors into the sky was because of Oz Jr. and they couldn't really bring the whole thing up, so then they got screwed that way. But this was all a plan. The Marines, they had the upper hand now.
Oh, hold on, bro. We just got the biggest reveal about Elbaf. How do we feel about the Ors species? What's up with this? Is there a correlation here? What's up?
I honestly think Ors was created. I think those guys are creations, experiments, I should say. I think Elbaf, those guys are like natural, like giants.
But does that indicate that Elbaf is not the only giant island out there?
Why you say that?
I say that because I disagree with you on the fact that they're experiments. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, back when Ors was mentioned, or Ors Jr., one of them, it was mentioned that Ors Jr. came from a different island other than Elbaf.
The thing is, that could be an island where they do experiments. And they also, when they talked about experiments, they showed a silhouette that looked a lot like Ors when they were talking about the pacifista thing. They showed an experiment that looked a lot like that. That's why I'm hinting to the fact, or I'm leaning towards the fact that Ors is just like an experiment. I think the government does these experiments a lot, and that they come out with some of these different things. Like the whole long arm, long leg. I think that's an experiment. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those that the government does. Like, we're not gonna know about it, but I think
find out one day.
But but you're right. I think there is another giant island. It's not just Elbaf. I think Elbaf is like the where the
capital.
Like, pretty much. Like,
what do you guys think Kaido is then?
Our experiment. I think Kaido.
He like resembles Ors in the middle. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like Ors is like a
resembles
failed
Ors.
version of them.
He's definitely.
I think he was like the perfect. So I think Kaido gave himself up to be experimented on, kind of like Kuma, but then he came out in a way where he was like the perfect experiment you can call it perfect because he came out of it and he was indestructible.
Some Wolverine type shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Did you guys Did you guys watch that movie?
I haven't. I haven't
Not yet.
no, not yet.
Okay.
Yo, what's it called? So I wanna piggyback off of what my man Theory, what we were talking about last night when we read the chapter. Because we read it last night, like a little bit after the stream. So y'all remember that giant that Rayleigh ran into during
Oh yeah, when he was in prison.
Yeah, they like Theory was saying that that might be Prince Loki, and he could have been looking for Lola, because he said you know, that the giant was like, hey, the Straw Hats, I'll never forget you guys. I'll repay the favor back to you one of these, you know, if I ever see you again, I'll repay the favor back to you. And that's what he said. I mean, I kind of like that theory a little bit.
I actually have a direct.
The giant down that was talking to.
I actually got a direct response to that. I feel like that whole whenever we get to Elbath, it's probably going to be more friendly than anything else, because we saw with the other giants, like Hydrogen's crew or whatever, we're going to be assisted by them, or he's part of our crew and shit like that. We saw, just like you're saying, with that giant individual, that he's going to, like, you know, repay the Straw Hats. It seems like Elbath is gonna, because they say it's the strongest country, so apparently, and shit like that. And we're gonna get to Wano soon, where they also have a very, very strong country, where the Navy hasn't ventured over there to fight or do anything because it's too hectic and shit. So I feel like it's hard to explain, because I'm of the belief, contrary to what Brago said, that Ors is part of that giant race, that he has something to do with Elbath.
He might be a hot, like he might be a mutated giant or something. Like, who knows? I really don't know. I mean, you know, like, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not gonna, you know, try and like guess that. I'm just gonna wait for more clues. But what I want to say about the giants is that I think that they have the last poneglyph. I think that they have the last. I think that they have the last poneglyph.
Yeah.
That no one knows about. I think that the giants have it.
Know about, but they can't fuck with.
Or that they can't find.
Yeah.
That they can't find. I think that the giants have it, and I think like it's you know, like everyone has been saying, we run into giants since the Grand Line. Since the beginning of the Grand Line, Dory and Bragi, then on Eden's lobby with the two giants who Usopp convinced to be on our side or on their side, and then we ran into the one on Sabaody. Now we ran into Hirugen on Dressrosa. So like, these giants, they're all gonna, you know, remember the Straw Hats and remember what we did for, or what they did for them, and they might offer it up, you know, just as a token of appreciation, you know, because Usopp is going to be very instrumental in that, you know, in that cause, as far as getting the giants, you know, like to really fuck with the Straw Hats. Like, Usopp is going to be the best like catalyst for that, because he always somehow, some way flocks to the giants, or the giants flock to him. And he's been saying he wants to go to Elbath for fucking forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what happens if, like, because I'm for sure that Big Mom's not gonna follow this arc. So what happens if they're like, she starts coming after us like heavy, and we somehow get like past Wano, or I don't know how it could happen, but like, I feel like the giants, they might save us against Big Mom. That could be one of the conflicts. Because I was thinking like, what could go wrong in Elbath? Because everything, just like you said, bro, you just proved that everything that we've encountered with giants has been friendly. Like, we've been with the giants no matter what. So
Elbath,
go ahead.
Elbath is where I think the Big Mom will be defeated. That's where I think.
Yeah, like that's what that's what everybody's been saying too. And I mean, I could see it. I could see Big Mom going down on Elbath. Like, I mean, it'd be pretty good. I'd like that.
Well,
a little bit.
I think Big Mom, it's like, if she was gonna go to Elbath, like, Why do it now? Why didn't she do it before? I don't feel like
The Straw Hat Pirates, because she wants to chase the Straw Hat Pirates, and
go to Elbath.
Because of our poneglyphs that we took.
Like obviously more things would have to happen in the story for them, you know, for the Straw Hats, like to get to Elbath, you know, so on and so forth. I mean, I either like, I think where Big Mom is gonna fall, it's either gonna be on Fishman Island or it's gonna be Elbath. I don't see like Luffy has no reason to go back to her territory at this point. I don't see the Grand Fleet or Luffy calling up the Grand Fleet or anything. And then like if he goes in there with his crew, it's just stupid.
But if
like
Mom goes to Elbath though, she's
huh?
walking into an L because you already have an issue with them. Obviously, they're gonna side with the Straw Hats. They're the greatest country. It's like it doesn't make sense for Big Mom to go there.
I mean, yeah, they're the greatest country, but just because they're the greatest country doesn't mean that they can't possibly be taken down.
I mean, I feel like this chapter pretty much pointed like, well, let me get the exact quote they used. They said the strongest country in the world.
Yeah, the strongest country in the world.
Famed army.
Yeah.
The famed army.
You know what I'm saying? But they also said that the German were famed as well, and they ain't really showed as much.
Pretty famed as well.
Yo, hold up. I want to say something about what Vladimir Theophile said. We haven't seen any giants with hockey or devil fruits, and they are still strong. One thing that I will say about that, yeah, we haven't seen any giants with hockey, but that giant that ran into Rayleigh knew that he used Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah.
He knew that he used Conqueror's hockey, and he asked him. So it's if you got a giant that can recognize it, and a lot like you know, and people like Kid Law and all of them, they didn't know what Rayleigh did as far as when he knocked everyone out. That said, like that speaks volumes.
Was it before he did that, or was it after that? The giant was like, "You're a sick old man. You came here to steal money from these people." Did he say that after the Conqueror's hockey?
It was before that. It was before
that's even more cred. There you go, bro. Like he has to have some type of observation to know this guy's strong like that. He sees something.
And then he commented on how strong Rayleigh was.
Yeah. Do you think Loki is could fight, you know, one-on-one Big Mom?
I can't say right now.
For sure. But like, because I'm only saying that because of like the size comparison. Because Big Mom's pretty big. We know that stronger characters are pretty big, but giants are completely different. We've seen that they have like a base level of strength that's like amazing with like Brago and Gory over in Paradise and shit. So I feel like it might be either like the princes. There might be more than one prince. We only hear about one because he was getting married, but there might be more than one prince, and they might be like commander.
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
So you said
not to make any crazy assumptions and shit.
The direct heir to the throne, and they have other princes that's trying to take him down.
Oh, it could be some internal shit.
Brago the theorist. OP Maniac said there are different giant nations. It was stated by Saul in his flashback.
Oh, that's where I heard it from.
Oh, said the Elbath giants are barbaric.
Yeah, he said the Elbath giants are barbaric.
Yeah, so I mean, the Elbath hype is growing for sure. I mean, I think we go to Elbath. Elbath may be after Wano. Like we may go somewhere else after Wano, then go to Elbath.
Dude, I've said this. Wano and Elbath are the most hype islands in like the whole One Piece. That those islands, and then Raftel, of course. Those three, like Oda has been hyping those up since the beginning of the story. The very beginning. So they're gonna be good payoffs.
I'm saying that Shanks. What do you think about Shanks having like dominion over that island?
Over over Elbath?
Yeah.
But it's definitely a possibility. It's a
Well, some people say that Shanks' crew is based on Norse mythology as well, right?
Yeah,
Like I've heard people say that. So if like Elbaf is also based on that, then I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, isn't a ship like a Viking ship?
yeah. It's I mean, that's true. Is it the Red Force? Is it Junction?
I know because like I'm playing the game For Honor, and like there's Viking themed, and I'm pretty sure that's yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yo, you play For Honor?
Of course, man.
Yo, man, on PS4 or on PC?
Switch. Switch.
Yo, get Brago out of here. Somebody take this man out of here. Get him out of here.
I got the new one for Switch, bro. It's hype as fuck. Trust me. Play it on the go. For Honor on the go is nothing like it. Trust me. Check it out. Give it a shot.
Oh my god, dude. I cannot deal with Brago, bro. I can't deal with this man.
Wait, so Matt, you don't like the Switch?
He's trolling. Look, man, this man has to be trolling right now. He has to be.
Listen, man. Once you play For Honor on Switch, it's gonna change your whole experience, okay? Because you can play it on the go, man. You can play it while you're driving. To be honest,
what the fuck, bro?
I don't recommend doing that, but you can. You can do it if you want. Check it out.
Didn't in previous streams you say that you're not buying that?
Buying what? For Honor?
The Switch.
Well, I wasn't buying the Switch, man. That's all For Honor was for. And I was like, you gotta get it.
This man, bruh.
Yeah, I said Switch, not Twitch, guys. Switch. For Honor for
no, Brago, are you being like serious right now?
Oh yeah, dead ass.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure that you're being serious.
Yeah. For Honor, how far are you in it?
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't get shit to play the story. Like I saw the gameplay and I was like, okay, like Ubisoft, you're doing something right. Okay. And then I got it. And I immediately jumped straight online. Like my homies, they're like, Matt, get your ass in here, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, let's get the fucking work. And then I immediately started executing motherfuckers.
Wait, so are you a knight or Viking or samurai? What are you?
Samurai.
Yeah,
samurai.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. So what stage are you on? What stage are you on?
What stage?
Yeah.
Like prestige?
Yeah. Do you have black?
Oh no. I haven't I haven't like prestige or anything like that. And honestly, like I don't play For Honor all the time. The thing that I've been playing the most, I think I've talked about this in the stream, is Titanfall 2. I know I might get a lot of flack about that, but dude, Titanfall 2, oh my god, oh my fucking god.
Matt, that's what, Matt.
What?
That's on Switch too. I've played some Titanfall as well. No, man, like you have to get into the Switch thing. It's not just hype. Best first person shooter ever.
Titanfall. I might jump in that, man.
I think my best thing is like the invisibility cloaking for Titanfall. Fucking epic, man.
Nah. It has to be that, you know, where you go into like a separate dimension for a certain amount of time and then come back out.
Oh yeah.
I love that one.
My favorite thing to do on Titanfall is to fucking grab a motherfucker with my grappling hook and kick the shit out of their chest. That, bruh.
Well, I think zip lining is really hype.
You can do all that shit in Titanfall, bro?
Yeah, man.
Bro, yes, you can, bruh. Grim, come play Titanfall with me and with me and the boys, bruh. It's always at least 4 of us, and we fuck shit up like all day.
Yeah, PS4, right?
I don't know how much if you don't have it on Switch, man.
Hey, add me on PS4 then.
Oh, I got you, man. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my
yeah. Add me on PS4. Yeah, let's play some Burning Blood.
Brago, get out of here, man. You know I do not play that. I played. Look, man. After I got what's it called? One Piece Pirate Warriors on platinum. After I got platinum on that shit, I sold it. I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. Like I can't do it anymore. Like, bro, Kizaru and Sabo are the best characters in that fucking game. Like, yo, Kizaru, yo, man, I was fucking niggas up 1-on-1 on Pirate Warriors. Like, bruh.
Matt, see me on Pirate Warriors.
Yo, man. Brago, you gonna make me go get this damn game again, bruh.
Well, it's all.
You gonna make me go get the game again, and I'm gonna mess you up, man.
Let me just say this, guys. I don't have Titanfall. I don't have For Honor. I don't have a Switch.
Yeah, I know you don't. I knew you were fucking trolling. I knew it. Yo, I knew it. I knew it.
I literally just Googled everything about Titanfall. I had no idea it had like like ziplining, really? Okay.
Yo, I told y'all. I said, yo, man, the way that he said it, the way that he's like, switch. I'm like, bro, this nigga Brago is trolling right now. God damn it, Brago.
I'm not getting this. No. I think once like Smash or something comes out on Switch, maybe I'll get it. But come on, I don't play Zelda, so that's not my thing. So eventually I'll get the Switch. Kind of like how I just got the Wii U. It's crazy. The Wii U was like 4 years of the Wii U.
Damn, that's older than I thought.
Yo,
crazy, yo.
Oh, just the
quick
question. I wanted to see. What the fuck is up, Fru? What the fuck is up, bruh?
What you think about that too?
Wow. Wait. What was Foop saying last night?
I mean, he wasn't saying nothing. I just like I like when Martin Shkreli comes into the chat, man.
Foop. I got quick. Do you have the Switch?
no, what?
For Honor just came out on it, and everybody here is about to get it. So you gotta jump on that.
Yo, fuck the Switch. I want to talk about One Piece.
Since
you want to talk about One Piece, how did you feel about that Swift
dead, bro.
What's your thoughts on the chapter?
What?
What's your thoughts on the chapter?
Oh, I love the fucking chapter.
Right,
chapter was actually pure comedy, bro. I laughed at so many parts in this chapter.
Bruh, say it again, Fru. I was laughing my ass off.
Bro, the Caesar part was so fucking funny. Actually, dead, bro.
He was like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, okay. I thought you were someone else," and I was like, "No, you're right on this one. That actually is Caesar." And then he just.
Yo, the funniest fucking panel in the chat that goes to Sanji and Chopper. That's gonna be my thumbnail for the chat. Like when I put up my chapter review, bruh. The way that Chopper and Sanji were looking, they're just like, this nigga's not even trying to. They're like, this nigga's still laughing the same. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Chopper didn't know as well. You know, Chopper like legitimately did not know. Like,
well, bro, that man Chopper thought that the fake Robin was the real Robin. Robin got kidnapped.
Yeah, that still ticks me off. He should have known by then.
Yo, yo. The Caesar's laugh has to be my favorite One Piece laugh. Like whenever Luffy and Caesar were clashing with the Grizzly Magnum, bruh, how Caesar was laughing. Oh my god, I was fucking dying.
You can't go wrong with the shit of them, man.
But yo, hold on. I came in like hella late. This is like fucking 2 hours deep. It's an hour and a half. You guys probably already talked about the chapter, but did you talk about page 5 and like when they were talking to Peckham's, like how they were talking about the cargo and shit like that, and what you thought they were talking about?
Oh damn, nah. I think we skipped that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the cargo. What the?
Oh yeah, yo, that shit was like super important part of the chapter. I didn't even notice until after. Like, basically, what I think that he was trying to say is like, I think Capone was sneaking some supplies into the fucking island overnight, like some like bombs or some explosives or shit like that.
Oh wow, I had a completely different take. I felt like that they were trying to get the fuck out of it. Like they're moving all their stuff. To tip the plan over. You could be right though. I thought they were like getting everything out. They didn't want to let.
What do you mean? Who's getting everything out?
Jimbo and his parts. Those guys, like, they know everything is about to go down, so they're moving all the cargo.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, but I see where Capone is bringing all this stuff in, and but the thing is though, that would mean that Jimbo, he pretty much already allied with Capone.
Brago, Jimbo, really, bro, really?
Yeah, so Jimbo already allied with Capone.
Brago only calls Jinbei Jumbo. I don't know why.
But no,
he's gonna start calling Diamond Josie now. Because of me. I accidentally said Josie.
Yeah, Diamond Josie. Nah. So wait, has Jimbo been trolling Capone this whole time? I mean, Luffy this whole time? Like, he's asking Luffy, like, based on what Fruit said, is he trolling Luffy? Because he's asking Luffy, what do you think?
I think he's manipulating him.
If he's moving things for Capone already, that means, like, he already planned on aligning with Capone. He's just waiting for Luffy to agree.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all making Jinbei sound evil as fuck.
Yeah. No, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
Yo,
I mean,
man,
he's looking out for Straw Hat.
Yo, let's look, man. We already discussed this last night. Capone's Eisen, so Jinbei can't be fucking. We gotta chill out, man.
Bro, you about to kill me, bro.
Enlighten me with his eyes and stuff.
Bro, no, I don't even want to say it. It was cancerous. It was cancerous.
I mean, also not.
Not
to be petty, but I mean, I guess we got to bring up the double El Quan this chapter, right?
Oh,
bro. I mean, nah. We're gonna let him speak for himself later on. I mean, we're gonna let him speak for himself.
The thing is, one of the ones I got to bring up because I don't even think you know about this because this is a long time ago.
I know what you're gonna talk about.
The Giants, yeah, the Giants. That was the most cancerous discussion I've ever had in my entire life.
Yo, Fruit. Look, this is what I already said. This is what when I came into the fucking stream today, I'm like, yo, everybody that was calling me an idiot for making that discussion, I made a discussion about Lola marrying the giant. I titled the discussion, "Who is Lola going to marry?" This shit was over 3 months ago when I made that. And I got so much shit in the comment sections and from people in Skype, from just people that I talk about One Piece with. And now I just like,
Are you talking about that judge just asking?
Yeah. When Judge said where all the Giants at, and then Big Mom got pissed.
Yeah, she got pissed.
And then Ty thought there were Giants on the island. We just haven't seen
Giants on the island. I fucking remember that.
I remember when he said that shit, and I'm like, bro, you think that motherfuckers ain't gonna see a goddamn giant?
I fucking remember that.
Huge argument about that because we're like, there's no Giants here. Judge was basically calling her out. He's like, nah, she got Giants. You just haven't seen him yet. Like, it was a big thing. It was Wait, where did Matt go?
I'm right here.
Oh, nah, it sounded like you cut out. But someone actually
I didn't cut out. I was doing this at my camera. I was putting up the
double L. Okay.
L7 weenie.
L squared.
Yes.
Yeah, no. It was L squared. Right? No, it was.
Hey.
We got the season and the L-Bath thing, or the Giant thing. So, he just got to own it. You just can't dance around it. Just got to own it. I mean, be like,
yo.
No, hold on.
Mark my words, Froob. He's gonna look, yo. What does he do all the time when he's back against the wall?
You want to know what happened? Yo, you guys are gonna die from this. I was watching his live reaction because he had one of the first live reactions, so I was just wanting to see, like what he thought about the chapter and everything. And when they announced that it was a Caesar, he's like, oh yeah, see, everyone on the stream last night, they probably read the spoilers.
Yes,
so.
I was about to say that. I was legitimately about to say that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yo, man! I'm just gonna put my head down in the stream tonight because I already know it's gonna go down. I already know that it's gonna go down.
Yo! Steve-O quoted Ty perfectly. Ty said, "Look, Brago, if I see you got all these YouTubers, I'm like, ooh, you got Roger Mac One World, but I don't see For Never. Where For Never at? You'd be mad too, Brago. Like that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. Nah, yo. That's hilarious. That's what I said.
Yo, people are putting L back.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh shit! Hashtag LBAB. You gotta throw that in the title. Hashtag LBAB.
L back. Yo, I'm fucking dead, man. Y'all in the comment sections, y'all gotta chill out, man.
You guys are mocking time. You're always mocking time.
We're just fucking around.
Yeah. You know, I think Ty's gonna come in with his music next stream because this is part 1. Ty's gonna come and we'll see how it goes.
Yo, man, he needs to come in. He needs to come in with that fucking OST whenever Ichigo gets demoralized. That's what he needs to come in with.
Oh no. People are asking to talk about the cover page. So there was the whole Bison versus Straw Hats. What do you guys think about that? I saw like they had tattoos as well. So it instantly thought about like Kaido, but it had a 66 on his chest. So I was like, I don't know what's going on with that. What do you guys think there?
Well, oh, you said with the cover?
Yeah, it's like you lost because you didn't win. He has a 66. Luffy's against the Bison. Monkeys versus Bison.
Well, that scene reminds me of the Luffy and, I mean, the clash that Luffy had with the Minks on Zoe. That headbutt scene.
Yeah, it felt deeper than that though. You know, because we've already seen that.
What happened to the cover stories, bro?
Yeah.
Oda's just taking a break because the last one that he did was the 500 million man berry arc.
Yeah, he should fucking quit with these fucking dumbass like random shit and like he should just put us back into Wano right in after Whole Cake and just do the Reverie arc through cover page, I think.
Hey, that brings me to say something. Y'all, since like we were brought up the whole Judge shit, since I guess he kind of knew about the whole giant problem that Big Mom had.
Of course he knew about that.
So like, what do you guys think will happen like immediately after we leave like Whole Cake and shit like that? Because motherfuckers apparently they're gonna find out. You think somebody will try to run through Big Mom shit?
Wait. You said people are gonna find out what?
That Luffy like came into Big Mom's wedding and ruined it.
Well, I think that. Well, no. I think I think personally between the journey back to Whole Cake Island or the journey from Whole Cake Island to Wano, I think that's gonna be where the Reverie is.
Yeah.
I think like we're gonna cut to the Reverie, we're gonna see the Reverie, and then from there,
well,
like you know, then hopefully we see like Nekomamushi meeting up with like Marco and shit like that, like you know, all different stuff like that. But nah, I don't think that we're gonna like focus on Luffy and shit.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
This comment is funnier because Virgo just said Smoker is gonna take the credit, so he did not. Somehow Smoker's gonna get the credit for it. I don't know.
Do you guys think that we're gonna get the beginning of the Wano arc with the Reverie? By this I mean we're gonna get to see what Zoro and Law's group and Kinemon what they do before.
Well, nah, because they're not even supposed to go into Wano. Remember, Law said that they can they can get to Wano untraced with the submarine. They were instructed like go back to whenever whenever everyone split way, like whenever everyone parted ways. They said, don't go into Wano yet. Just wait to rendezvous at Wano. Wait for us to get back. So they're not like, I mean, and if they do go into Wano, then that's just fucking retarded. Like my personal opinion, that's just stupid.
Well, because I don't think Kaido has a whole like surveillance thing like Big Mom does, but he might have like a fortress type situation where like it doesn't matter if you come into my country, like this is my country. Everybody's gonna try to kill you if like I decide to.
I don't think so. The thing he says that, right? But I'm sure there are people there that don't agree with him occupying Wano. And I'm sure there are people.
Oh, there are for sure. They
don't
already stated that there were.
being where you can't leave Wano. There's a lot of these old principles that they have people that they're like even older people. They're gonna be like, I want to make a better place for like the new generation where we can go and come freely and have new people. So they're gonna be people that are gonna be. I'm sure they're gonna have a rebel army. You know, somebody there that's leading a faction that was probably.
Well, yeah, like remember Kinemon said that, Brago. Kinemon said that they have people that they've been gathering, but is it enough? And then like I don't think that people are remembering this enough, dude. The fact that Zoro has the Autumn Rain sword, that's gonna be a big plot point in Wano. That's gonna be a big plot point in Wano, and that might that might deter people from actually working with Law and the Straw Hats and Kinemon.
Unless Oda goes backstory and Zoro is actually a descendant of this person.
Yeah, I keep saying at the beginning of this arc, I think Zoro or Law, like someone's gonna get captured, like early on, and then they're gonna have to save him and save Kid at the same time.
It's probably gonna be Zoro because he gets lost a lot. So.
yeah.
Hey, I forgot. Was it that was Wano already a closed border country, and was it that Momonosuke's dad was trying to make it open, or was it the opposite way?
Yeah.
No. He's trying to open Wano. That's what he said. Like those were his last words or some shit like that. Open the gates of Wano.
Yeah, because that isn't you being secluded like from the world. Like nobody wants that. Like, and it's like it's probably a dictatorship. You don't want that. You're trying to open it up.
But the point I was trying to make is that wouldn't that mean that the people like they're accustomed to like not having outsiders? So couldn't it be even more hostility towards the Straw Hats?
Well, no, they're accustomed to it, but they hate the fact that because they can't have outsiders, but they also can't. Where it's like I'm sure like there are people like we saw how excited Carrot was to leave Go. So I'm sure there are people in Wano that they want to leave. They want to experience like the world, and they can't do that right now because of these old principles.
Yeah, because it's a rule that you can't leave. Yeah. That's.
I'm sure that people in Wano that I'm sure like they fought all the swordsmen in Wano, right? And they're like, I wonder if there are other swordsmen that are strong out there. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't want to get sick.
For sure, bro. That's what I'm really anticipating most in Wano, to see motherfuckers Fujitora type shit.
Oh, dude, this dude Zoro, he better like I want to see like samurai and Wano like that do shit like Kinemon. Kinemon is able to do sword techniques with fire. So hopefully we get to see some more motherfuckers that can add elements. To aid their swordsmanship too. Like that. Oh my god, man.
I think Shiryu probably has a forbidden technique. That he got from Wano. That's why it's called Shitty Local Rain. So I think he went there, trained there, he probably got a forbidden technique. But I think Zoro, right? I think Zoro's gonna be he's probably gonna get beaten by like a mid-tier swordsman there. Because I think Wano swordsmanship is gonna be like religion. In a way where you have to immerse yourself and kind of give yourself to the story. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like Zoro, I think Zoro is trying to get stronger. I feel like Zoro has totally given himself to his sword.
Yeah, I can see that happening, Brago. But the only way I see that happening is if, like, after that happens, we have like a mini like week time skip training arc, what you want to call it, because there's no way he can just go from fucking losing to some shit tier mid swordsman and then like having to fight the Shogun later on.
Well, here's the thing though, with Zoro, right? Are they at Wano already? Do you know if they're there yet?
I mean, it's hard to say.
So
yeah, I would assume so.
If they're there already, right? After we do Whole Cake, Oda could double back and give us what happened on Wano while we were.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's exactly what I want to happen.
You know what I'm saying?
That would actually be good. That would actually be good.
I kind of have the impression that like I don't know if you guys ever read Vagabond, but like in that story, the main character goes through like several dojos, or he'll go through like a dojo and like fight some disciples, like the senior disciples, and he'll eventually face a master or something like that. I think that concept might happen early on within the arc, where Zoro might encounter like a dojo and he's like fucking around or something. He like walks in there on accident and he ends up fighting people, and then he finds somebody that he can't like beat.
That would
Or
be
that,
sick.
I don't think he's gonna lose because of that Mihawk shit he said earlier. But I I think something might happen like that, and then eventually it'll lead into them joining him or assisting him in the fight against Kaido.
Yo,
But,
and oh, my bad. Keep going.
no, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, I was gonna say just one more thing about Zoro. I think that it's real cool that he got paired up with Kinemon, or that him and Kinemon are traveling together. Because I remember whenever Zoro first saw Kinemon use like the Foxfire techniques, like he had like a little rape face panel where he was like, "Yo," and so I think Kinemon might teach him some of the techniques because it seems like Zoro was very, very interested in like.
Plus, we have that Usopp foreshadowing tool. Usopp back on Zoro said that Zoro could cut fire or something.
I just want to see Zoro get some more sword techniques like that actually, or because I've been saying that Zoro's gonna learn some new stuff in Wano. I don't know what it is. He might learn like the real art of the sword, like as somebody just said. I think it was Brago.
Yeah. Because I feel like you have to lose yourself. Like it has to be a way because when we see Shiri, we see Mihawk. They kind of let their sword guide them. Their sword is kind of like that. Like they follow the sword. Like the sword has its own way of doing it. I saw Zoro had like a bit of that.
I understand Shiri, but why Mihawk?
You know, so Zoro had a bit of that initially after the time skip when he got on the wrong ship, and he was like, "It's your fault I got on the wrong ship." But it's like Shiryu would blame his blade. Mihawk would blame his blade. I don't know. Like I don't think Zoro is on that level of.
Yeah, Brago's referring to the my blade knows no restraint.
Right.
And Marineford when he was fighting Luffy.
Yeah, after he took those, when he's about to take those guys at Impel Down out, he said, "My blade is hungry." You know, so it's like
that's a great point. Someone said in the chat, "Does anyone think Law will improve his swordsmanship too?" Yo, if Law gets some like water shit, yes. Oh man, that would be crazy.
I mean, you're talking about water because water Law.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Because Law is not he doesn't have those ambitions. Like we haven't seen any type of evidence for that. I'm not saying it could happen, but like
I think Law wants to be. I think because here's the thing, Law, his focus was Dofi, right? Now he was focused on bringing down Dofi. So now what do you do? After Dofi is gone, now what? He has to kind of recalibrate and figure out what he wants to do. But I think as a pirate, and I think Law does accept the fact that he's a pirate and he's a thief, Law is going to want to be strong. You know what I mean? I don't think he's just going to want to be like this guy on the sea.
Isn't his ambition to be a doctor? Like one of the that's Chopper.
Yeah.
Well, I always had that correlation. Like they were like friendly.
Said no, that's Chopper.
Well, I mean, because Law could do things Chopper couldn't. You know what I mean? Like as far as like going into the kids. So Chopper was fascinated by Law in a way. I mean, Law is a beast. But I think Law is gonna. He does have his ambition. It's just not. You just don't know exactly what it is yet because his focus was Dofi at that point. I
just really want to see somebody put Zoro on his neck, bro. I really want to see that shit.
I think it could be one where, like, what if they get there, right? And then they force Zoro and Law to fight.
Brago, about the ambition for Law. What if Law is trying to be smart about it and not say what his true ambition is, just so that people don't get in his way as much?
I mean, of course, like
Luffy.
The whole thing with Luffy, like when he went to Marineford, we don't know what happened. Don't know his whole purpose for you. It was like Oda could tie that in some way, in so many ways if he wanted to, where Law this whole time was scheming. But we don't know his true ambition. I mean, people are saying they don't see Law backstabbing Luffy, like coming out of nowhere. But I don't think I'd be surprised. But based on how many people like Law the way he is, I don't know if Oda would go that far as to change.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because he didn't want to take down Kaido, did he? He wanted to take down the Flamingo. So why is he now going for Kaido?
I think he's kind of changed where he's trying to get power. I think he's trying to get powerful. He's trying to. I don't know if he wants to be Pirate King. I don't know if that's his goal, but I don't see Law just following Luffy the rest of the way.
What if his goal is to become strong? The same as Whitebeard, to become strong enough to protect his allies or friends or family or whatever.
That would be cool.
He a pussy. Then.
I think
Yeah, he said fuck that shit.
I think that Law is out to find out more about the Will of D. I think that's like
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm pretty sure that Law is gonna, try to figure out exactly what the law or what the Will of D is.
Yes.
That's a great point, which is a huge reason to why he would want to find Raftel in the first place.
I think that's like it seems that Law is very, very intrigued by this Will of D stuff.
He wants to know.
He wants a D.
Yeah, so that whole thing, and plus it would make more sense as to like everything Corazon talking about. Because Corazon's like, yeah, don't care about that. But that would, even deepen their relationship. Like he was trying to protect me from this. Okay, so I think Law. Yeah, so that's probably Law's goal to find out about the boys eventually. But then that means Law is going to kidnap Mr. Robin and steal all their convicts.
No, see, look. The two people that I think that are gonna kidnap, Robin. The top two candidates, in my opinion, are Blackbeard and Law. And the reason why I say Law is because Law has been Law has been with the Straw Hats for so long. He's seen them do so much, and it just seems like he hasn't really had a place after the whole Dressrosa stuff. And I know it's like cliche because they're like, oh, well, why would he do that? Well, I mean, he might have done everything that he could just so that he has the the chance to
leverage,
the leverage just to do something like this.
It's like
I cannot wait.
Estimating Luffy's ability to win people over. I think Luffy won Law over, but I don't think that means Law has to follow Luffy all the way. He's already persuaded Law rather to want to join with him and take down Dofi. Recognizes that, but as far as him following Luffy the rest of the way, no. But Robin was trying to get the Law anyway.
Law's gonna have to do some real evil shit if he wants to make an enemy of Luffy, because I can't see after this whole thing like Luffy not being like how like that fucking shonen shit where like when you make a friend of someone and then they like Naruto is a perfect example. Naruto's always like, Sasuke, you're my friend. Like it's gonna be like that same exact thing every time they try to fight. I don't think I don't know.
And then so people were like, Robin being kidnapped again, ZZZ. Go back to Zoe.
Yeah.
And you go look at that fucking panel whenever Nekomamushi and Inarashi are talking about Robin, and they're saying, yeah, people are gonna start coming after you to kidnap you, or they might look at you as a target to decipher the poneglyphs, yada yada yada. And then, bro, there is this menacing panel, and I said this shit whenever I first read it. It's a panel of just Robin, and she's like smiling, and it almost looks like whenever Sanji was smiling whenever he was going to Whole Cake Island, and she's like, I know my friends will protect me.
Yeah.
Bruh, dude, I think that was like foreshadowing, and I mean, it's most likely foreshadowing for for Blackbeard. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think Blackbeard is great until he has everything to capture Robin. It's like at this point,
Blackbeard
have everything in place before you do that, because then you'd have to kind of protect her. But it's like if you have everything in place and then you capture Robin, then it's like you can go straight through. So I think Blackbeard and Law to some extent are the main people that could capture Robin.
Hey, Brago, I want to start this argument. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I feel like Blackbeard is the weakest Yonko.
I agree.
Well, from
the
definition of a Yonko, yes.
Ooh.
One-on-one.
So are you talking about one-on-one?
One-on-one, no. I don't.
Let me.
I still think he's
I would
weakest
say,
one-on-one.
Look. He's not. He's definitely not top two. Top two, I would go Kaido, Shanks.
I think.
Yeah.
So then you have Blackbeard and you have Big Mom. And I'm sorry, but bruh, Big Mom, I think it's I've been saying it for the while. I've been saying the same thing that Grim's been saying. I've been saying Blackbeard's probably the weakest Yonko too.
my list hasn't really changed. I still have Big Mom at the bottom, Blackbeard.
I agree.
Gangsta.
Because the reason I'm saying that is because almost solely on the fact that whenever Akainu showed up, he ran away and he had like most of his crew there. And I don't believe that any of his crew can like 1v1 an admiral. Or like they can hold off an admiral for sure. And there's a few guys that can do that, but they can't really 1v1 an admiral. And we even saw Burgess, Jesus Burgess. I mentioned this before. He got mollywopped by Sabo. Mollywopped by Sabo. So like,
a lot of people are getting mollywopped by Sabo.
Yeah, I would say that Blackbeard is the weakest, Yonko. I would say Blackbeard is the weakest.
Well, the thing is, I have a perception about like some of these teammates based on like theories I have about them. So maybe I'm overestimating them, but I think a few of them are definitely touching them that.
Are we talking about 1v1 or the overall crew?
We should consider both of the situations because with it, if you were talking about his crew, like Brago said, I do believe for sure he's the weakest Yonko. But on a one-on-one fight with Blackbeard, he can handle things.
Exactly. Yeah, because
I don't know, like even like at the end of Marineford when fucking Whitebeard took fucking Blackbeard by his fat neck and was like holding him down on the ground, like I don't know, dude, like
but
it kind of made him look like a pussy.
He tanked it.
Oh, he did tank it, right? But still, he's kind of getting manhandled by Whitebeard.
Isn't that like his fruit makes him take like more damage than he's supposed to?
It does, but I feel like he does that on purpose.
But wouldn't that nullify?
I feel like with his fruit, it's one of those where he can, like, he takes the damage so that he gets used to it. He gets used to your power. So then, therefore, after I think after you get hit by it one time, you got to take it one time. After that, it doesn't have nearly as much effect. So it's like
that would make him OP.
First time it's a double effect, right? Then after that, it's like half. So it's like he takes it on purpose.
Because if you could take a quake to the fucking chest, bro, what else can somebody do to you, bro?
Akainu took a quake to the freaking face.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. But you say that like he took it like that ain't shit. Whitebeard hit me again. He was like crying, like, "Yo, you're still my dad. Stop."
Because what was his goal? Right? His goal wasn't to take like it was like beating Whitebeard at that point was to he was trying to take down Whitebeard. But after Whitebeard did that, it's like they ganged up on him. Like
yo man,
that's a Capone. That's a Capone kind of crap.
Whitebeard beat Blackbeard with his fucking innards roasted, with his head fucking blown off. He was like dude, he beat the shit out of Blackbeard. Like no contest. The only reason why Whitebeard or why Blackbeard wasn't dealt with right then and there is because of Whitebeard's pride. He was telling Marco, "No, you stay out of this. Stay out of this fight. Stay out of this fight." Whenever Marco came over there to try and help him, bruh, nah, man. Like Blackbeard, nah.
I can't really put Blackbeard up there. Like even I can't even put him ahead of Big Mom because like I haven't seen him do any like Yonko level shit. Like obviously he destroyed the whole island, which was pretty crazy, and he beat Marco. But that's still only like Marco's only the second commander. He still hasn't done any like Yonko level shit.
Big Mom's whole power is spread over all of these islands on Whole Cake, and she's still just doing her thing. Like bro, dude, man.
She has an archipelago to herself, bro.
The same reason why I think that Capone is one of the weakest Yonko. I mean, Supernovas still is, and I'm not saying that I'm right. Is the same reason that Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard is the weakest Yonko, and that is because they use their crew basically and other tactics and means to win in a fight.
And to also just go on top of that before everyone jumps on him is like. Even though it gets shit done, it just doesn't mean you're stronger than anyone else.
Thank you. And who's the person who brought up on one of the other streams that because Capone uses his crew that with his devil fruit means that he's using weapons or something like that?
That was me. That was me.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you on that one entirely.
What's up, bro? Get at me, Zach. Tell me. On that.
He's like, get at me. Yeah, I'll be right back when I get something to drink.
You want to know why? Because that's the same exact thing as saying, you know what? Blackbeard is gonna put all of his crew in his freaking black hole, and he's gonna take them out right then and there when he's fighting Big Mom, and say, "Oh no, Blackbeard easily defeated Big Mom," right there. It's the same exact thing.
Well, the one difference that we didn't get a chance to like make on the last stream was that like we have to differentiate between what we consider a victory, because if we're gonna consider like a victory just a win period, then we could say that Luffy beat Cracker. But if we're gonna consider that like Luffy didn't beat Cracker, or that he required help, if we're gonna make that asterisk, then to an extent you could say that about Blackbeard, that situation. But the fact of the matter that I'm saying is that Capone having crew inside of him is a tactic that he uses just like Zoro using his swords. Now, if we were to say, "Oh, Zoro he fights with his swords," so does Capone. We've never seen Capone fight with anything but his crew. Now, it may be an underhanded tactic, and it may not be something that we use all the time, and the numbers might count for something. But it's just like kicking. It's just like throwing a paper in somebody's face before you punch them in the mouth. Like, sure, that's underhanded, but like that's a tactic I used.
I understand what you're saying, how it's the same thing as using swords, but it's still different in that you're using different people. But Zoro is using swords, and he's still the same person.
But it would be different if he was relying only on the power of those people. Like if he opened a door and then they just ran out. But it's his fruit's ability that allows him to jump people like that. If it was like, oh, he's hiding and then they're all jumping out together, like from different spots, I would consider that. But it's because of his fruit's ability that he's able to have that tactic.
And that's why I used it to him. In that case, Blackbeard is the strongest Yonko.
Why do you say that?
Because he could just hide people in his black. Doesn't he? Or doesn't get destroyed when he puts things in his black hole.
From what we saw, I think the buildings were already destroyed, or they were getting destroyed with the gravity. So you could probably, if you're strong enough, you could probably survive if you get something.
I think Blackbeard eventually is gonna have a way where he can travel through these dark holes.
Yo, that would be fucking OP. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, you know, with the typical villain where they can pop up out of dark hole anywhere, and it's like, I've come to take Marijoa. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? Create like portals, like fucking
bro, that would be crazy, bro. The whole Blackbeard crew just pops out. Yo, maybe that's actually true, bro. Because I kept on thinking, how the fuck did Blackbeard's entire crew get to fucking Dragon's Island so fast?
Yeah, quickly. It would be like, I know a lot of people would be booking Hero Academia, but it was one.
Yeah, and don't they have that big ass giant with them? I was wondering how the hell does he travel?
He just walks around. He's literally the ship himself.
Yeah, but in the Boku no Hero Academia, they had like a portal dude, and then all of a sudden, like all of these guys came out of nowhere, all the villains. They all good about this dude, and they invaded somewhere that you really shouldn't be able to get into. So Blackbeard may be able to do that. This portal, if he gets a handle on his power, which I think by now he should.
But yeah, to what Zach was saying, like I see exactly what you guys are saying, and I like to an extent I understand the point. But it's just, to me, like, if you win a fight, besides the fact that like with the Luffy thing, to me that was different, because he literally just used her ability for a certain tactic, and like he was spammed it, and he didn't really do much besides, like, you know, a deflection attack to beat Cracker. But like with Capone, he's not really like a hand-to-hand fighter. He's not really like a shoot 'em guy. He's like, he uses his fruit, and the way he uses his fruit is by like bringing out others.
Well,
so that's why I say
that's not well. I have something to that.
Yeah, I say this though. I don't think he uses his fruit that way, and that's enhancing his fruit. But his fruit didn't come with people. You know what I mean? So it's like he's using his fruit.
And on top of that, something that I've noticed that maybe people noticed as well, I'm not saying that they didn't notice it, is that Capone's fruit is similar to Law's fruit, in the sense that if you're in Law's room, he can manipulate things. If you're in Bej's castle inside him, he can manipulate things to his own extent.
Yeah. Did you see fucking Capone fucking flexing on Luffy this chapter when he's like, yo, go ahead, hit me, bitch?
Yeah.
When Luffy threw the punch at him over the table, he's like, I don't care, go ahead.
Fruit, check out my theory. Okay, I feel like he said that because he set up a plan. He already had like the trap set for him when they were taking a shower. I feel like the shower is what the trap was for Luffy.
Nah, I don't think there's any trap there. I mean, maybe, but I just don't think so. I feel like Jinbei convinced everyone at the end of the chapter, like, yo, we gotta work together, bro, chill. And that's another thing. I don't know if you guys brought this up. Matt probably brought it up because he loves Jinbei, but Jinbei really is like the fucking, yo, we gotta fucking like think about the best situation that's gonna help us and shit like that. Like the
Nah, I didn't even bring that up. But I mean, it just enforces the point. Like, yo, like look at how that man controls Luffy. He's like, yo, Luffy. Like one of my favorite things about it was when Luffy stood up and he was like about to do the punch, and then Jinbei's like, Luffy, what does that do for us right now?
Yeah,
It's nothing for us.
He has a way with words. He gets to
He's
the
like,
point.
he knows Luffy's pain.
Like I said, he knows Luffy's like he knows Luffy's personality, and he knows how to navigate through it.
You know,
And that is sad for some of the Straw Hats because they still don't know Luffy as well as they do.
Well, here's the thing. Jimbo, like, they know Luffy, but Jimbo, he knows he's older, so he has experience with
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think they're just yielding to him.
Right, so he knows how to lead men. So he knows, like, people like Luffy, where it's like, I can't approach them the same way. Like, he didn't ask Luffy, what do you think about this plan? He said, what does your instinct tell you?
Yeah, true.
It's like, what do you think? He's gonna be like, I don't think we should do it. Like, if you feel like it, based on everything, like, Luffy's like, yeah, let's do it. You know, it's like he knows how to, like, basically have Luffy align with what he should really do. Because when Luffy threw the punch, he asked Luffy, do you hate Big Mom? Right? He was like, do you hate Big Mom? And then Luffy's like, yeah, I do. He's like, okay, and this is an ally. You can fight. You can kill each other.
Exactly. He explained to him what an alliance was, and then Luffy's like, all right, so what's the fucking plan? And then he's like,
Yo, that was actually a sick panel, bro. Capone just looks at Luffy. He's like, I've already got the perfect one thought up.
Yo, and I like this a lot because this is the first interaction that we've ever gotten with Luffy and Capone.
And I mentioned this
the first interaction that we've ever gotten.
Yep.
Like, dude, Jinbei is such a good fit for the crew because it's like now Luffy is getting character development indirectly through Jinbei.
And Matt, you've convinced me because at first I thought, like, I don't really want Jinbei joining the crew, but you and the chapters have convinced me that I should start thinking otherwise.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I felt like the people, like the Jinbei haters, like were inevitably just gonna be like, I don't understand like why the people hated on Jinbei, but I just feel like over time, all the people that were doubting Jinbei like being a good crew member were just gonna like eat their words like eventually through the chapters.
The reason why I doubted Jinbei or didn't like the idea of Jinbei joining the crews was because I thought it was gonna be too similar to Zoro and Brook. His role.
I mean, look, everyone was saying that everyone's ammunition for saying that Jinbei wasn't going to join the crew, from what I've seen, he doesn't mess well with the Straw Hats. He doesn't have a gag. He's not funny. Like, since when is that the end all be all to join the Straw Hats?
Which isn't even true. Like Jinbei is pretty funny at sometimes. Like his comedy is kind of like Robin's comedy, to where it's like
exactly. It's just subtle.
I remember on the ship when we were going to Marineford.
Jimbo's funny though. Like, I love Robin's jokes as well. Like, she's infatuated with the dragon.
Yeah.
So it's like that whole thing with the dragon they do. Like,
yeah, like in that chapter when they were trying to get Brook from Big Mom, and fucking they like saw like Big Mom do something. I forgot what it was, and then everyone was like so shocked, and then Jinbei just had like some like fucking blank stare face, like he wasn't surprised at all. That shit was so funny.
Hey, do you guys think? Did you guys get the impression that like Jinbei was kind of getting annoyed at that point when Luffy was like about to fight?
Yes, because the way he said it was basically the way that I would talk to someone younger than me when I'm trying to lecture them.
Yeah, I got that impression, and that's what like made me like, it gave me a little a feeling of tension, because I'm like, Jinbei's like he's getting impatient with Luffy, and I don't think he's gonna like go off on Luffy, but like we've seen that whenever there's like tension within the crewmates, they sometimes don't handle it correctly, and it turns into a situation like with Usopp. But I don't think it'll go that far. But that was just something to pay attention to.
No, you definitely brought up a good point, because I actually do see that panel now that I'm looking at it. You're like, Luffy goes to punch Capone, and then Jinbei scratches his head, like, oh, not this again. But I don't think it's anything like serious like that. But I just think it's like a kind of thing where like, oh, I got to work my magic now. I got to be the like the negotiator type thing.
Yeah, at this point, it's one of those where Jimbo, he knows how Luffy is. So, like, this is to be expected. That's why he had the perfect comeback for it. You know, it's like, he was ready. Like I'm sure he expected Luffy to have some childish, like plan or where he's saying, "Let me punch you once for shooting Peckham's." Like,
let me get a quick stab, bro.
Just let me get a fair one, and then then we're good. But I think he's perfect. I think that's exactly what. But I think Luffy's been great this arc. I mean, his arc, just the past couple of chapters, where he's showing some maturity.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. That like he's actually showing character development, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A couple chapters ago, he kind of lectured Sanji or punched Sanji for lying to him, didn't he not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think.
Can we go over the fact that Luffy just drunk milk and then he nullified all the injuries that he took over the past day and a half?
I don't care because at least he grew his tooth back.
No, I don't think it nullified all the injuries, but yeah, I mean, like, that tooth had to come back in some way. I mean, we should have expected it for it to be some comedy type, like, thing, because what else would it be? But yeah, that was pretty funny. I don't know. I mean, for something like that, I'm not going to look too hard into it. It was literally just a missing tooth. I'm not going to be like, oh, that's such a plot hole. Milk can't do that. It's like, oh, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I hated that.
You hated the joke, you said?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, but I can see why you hate it.
It's one of those where, like, I didn't feel like losing the tooth thing. It's like, if you're going to give it back that way, why have it? You didn't lose it in the comedic way. So, like, I felt like it would be maybe a discussion even when Luffy comes back without a tooth. And it's like, yo, Luffy, what happened to your tooth? Well, Sanji kicked it out.
That would be an unnecessary discussion. It would be like basically extending the plot.
Yeah, but Luffy can't go through the fucking, like, the rest of, like, fucking, like, all these chapters without a fucking tooth.
I think it's important that we set a stand, or like we try and clarify the strength of Jinbei moving forward in these chapters. I don't know, like, all the examples we've seen, I can put him on somebody who's like Luffy level. It's hard to speak about this without being blasphemous, but like, I don't think Luffy, I can't even speak about this, bro. Like, Jinbei is strong as fuck, but I don't know how strong Luffy is compared to Jinbei, because we've seen his destructive power is different, but Jinbei fights in a different manner too, and he has like Fisherman Karate, which you've seen is very destructive. You've seen him fight like Moria.
I know what you're trying to say.
Like yeah,
It's so hard to put Jinbei in a spot right now, because part of you wants to say he's stronger than Luffy, but then it's like, nah, I don't think he's stronger than Luffy. That can't make sense. And someone, like, you want to say, okay, he's not stronger than Luffy, but he's still stronger than Zoro and Sanji, and it's like...
Well, the way I see it is that Jinbei relies more on skill, while Luffy relies more on outlasting his enemies, his opponents.
I wouldn't really say that, but it's just more like combat experience and like intuition and stuff like that.
It can't be combat experience, because Luffy was fighting for 2 years.
Well,
what do you mean? Well, I mean...
Wait. You said Luffy was fighting for 2 years.
I mean, Luffy has been fighting like his entire life.
He's been fighting his entire life.
Yeah.
You remember the Three Brothers flashback?
Yeah, I do. I was just trying to bring up the point where, well, because pre-time skip, I felt like he didn't have enough skill for me to say that, so I just used the time skip as a.
No, right, yeah. Skill and experience are two different things. Like, skill is like training. Like, Luffy has like that battle intuition to where like he knows like what to do in like a fight and shit like that. Like with the water on his hands and stuff.
But couldn't we say that like
Luffy's a drag out fighter? Luffy is. I don't think that's super Luffy style. Like to drag things out.
Yo, do y'all really think that Jinbei like y'all think that Jinbei is stronger than Luffy? Or y'all think that?
No, I don't think it. But like I was literally just saying like part of me like thinks it's possible, like, but I don't know.
Look, I think that it goes. This is what I've said. It goes. My personal opinion. Let me reiterate that. Yeah. Luffy, Zoro, Jinbei, and Jinbei and Sanji are like a toss-up.
Yeah,
they're a big toss-up.
I agree.
I think that Sanji could be. I think that Sanji could be stronger than Jinbei. And yeah, that's what I said. I said I said solely based off of like I'm not gonna base the shit on potential. So I'm not gonna base it on a potential Zoro power up, or I'm not gonna base it on a potential Sanji power up.
Yeah, just what we've seen.
Yeah, just what we've seen, and then if you go based off that, then it's Luffy, Jinbei, Zoro, Sanji.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I agree with that, because if we're gonna go like what you said, no potential, then I'm sorry guys and all the viewers, Zoro hasn't done anything.
I'm not gonna say Zoro hasn't done anything, but Zoro hasn't done anything on the level of tanking a Magma Fist. Like I don't think I don't think he'd be able to tank a Magma Fist.
Pika.
I think he is.
I don't know.
This is where because the only argument I have with Matt, what you said, is Zoro and Jinbei. That's the only thing. Because if we're gonna go with like the experience that we were mentioning before, to me Jinbei has even more experience than Luffy. If we're gonna go with like battle intuition and shit like that, I think Jinbei has as much, maybe a little bit less battle intuition than Luffy does. Because he immediately fighting Moria found a tactic to beat him with his water. He was combating other guys that are like top level fighters as well. We know him as a Sea Knight.
But what about Grim? What about Jinbei noticing that Moria's zombies have a weakness to salt water?
That's what he just said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I don't think that really goes with Jinbei's. I think that's just like Jinbei's ability, more so because Jinbei's the only person that can do that, and it's not like he.
Okay.
You know, yeah, Jinbei was literally the only person that could have done that because he
like coincidence type thing. Like he just happened to fight that way. So okay.
Yeah, it was coincidental. I mean, he like he has water at his disposal. But yeah, as far as
tanking the Magma Fist, I think.
As far as look, as far as like the Zoro thing, Zoro right now is probably stronger than Jinbei, but we haven't seen it yet. Like, and like I've said this countless times, we haven't seen Zoro do anything yet.
The Zoro fan in me will come out right now and say, "What about Zoro versus Pika?"
Matt. We gotta say about that, man.
Zoro versus Fujitora, that clash.
Trying to own Fujitora, Matt. We gotta say about that.
God damn it, yo,
Brago.
Comment on that, Matt. What you gotta say about that, Matt? Push the
Brago. I'm not entertaining this right now. I'm not falling for your traps. I am not falling for your traps, Brago.
Reveal Brago's trap card.
You got out that hole, Matt.
Brago, I use mystical space typhoon on your face down the trap.
Oh yeah.
I just started one card and used magic never.
Yo, everybody keeps bringing up Jinbei versus Ace. That happened when Ace was a rookie.
Yeah.
Or is that more towards...
Wait, Matt.
Jimbo.
Do you still think that the Supernovas are rookies?
No, they're not rookies anymore.
I would say they're rookies.
I don't think that they're not rookies anymore. The new rookies are like what's his name?
Bartolomeo.
No, not Bartolomeo. Because Bartolomeo was a year after Luffy. It's Caribou.
Yeah, there's two generations of rookies already.
I thought that Caribou was part of Bartolomeo's generation.
No, he's not. Everybody that was a part of like Caribou's generation, we saw them on Sabaudi.
Yeah, there's been two super.
Like remember Lip Service, Dodie. All of those people that they recruited, that the fake Straw Hats recruited, those were like those were pretty much like the new generation, like supernovas.
They're ass,
and they fucking sucked. They were trash.
You think that was all of them? Because I don't think it was. I don't think it was all of them. Yeah. But I mean. Because
like, that's the general.
The strongest ones with the most ambition are not gonna want to be joining on the list.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see. Like I said, the people from the other generation. I feel like you're gonna see some of those guys like eventually, because it can't just. I don't feel like it should just be Luffy and his generation. I mean, they're the worst generation, but I'm sure there's some gems from other generations as well that we haven't heard about.
Well, I mean, we've seen another generation in what was it? Dressrosa with
Cavendish and them.
Yeah, with Cavendish.
Yeah,
Cavendish is a part of the generation before Luffy. Luffy was the generation after Cavendish. Then it was Bartolomeo, I believe.
and
Or
then
Bartolomeo might be a part of.
Yeah, because Bartol set out because of Luffy, didn't he not?
Yeah, he did. So he might be a part of the generation with Caribou. But I mean, even then, like Bartolomeo's not that strong. Like I think the worst generation, like they're on some next level shit.
I
Like
feel
I
it's
mean,
like more. It's they were just more people that were solid. Like you know what I mean? Where it's like they were the
Yeah.
worst generation, where they had more people who caused more buzz. But they could have another generation who had someone that was like clearly stronger than everybody else. Like go back to like Ace, right? Like where Ace was like far and away. It was like he's a super rookie. You know,
Isn't
like
the
to
one
those-
the new supernova? What the not the new Shichibukai? The fuck? What's his name?
Weevil.
Evil.
Yeah,
So, hold on.
isn't he like
wait, who?
Weevil.
Weevil? Isn't he like part of one of the newer generations?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, they never said he was.
Yeah, they never and everybody that's in the comment saying that's in the comments saying that they're all a part of the worst generation. No, the worst generation is the supernovas. That's
Yeah.
literally
So
what
it's
they've
Black.
been dubbed.
It's Blackbeard.
And
So
Blackbeard too.
was the worst
Yeah,
generation.
and then Blackbeard as well.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's a part of the worst generation.
The supernovas are just like
They're not like the worst generation isn't just, oh, we're gonna continue this title for every single rookie that comes after them. No, they're called the worst generation because
They're the most dangerous.
it's the most dangerous group of rookies that's like risen.
yeah.
And
Their class is just like a lot of all of them pretty much. Most of them.
But going back to the Zoro thing that I said, like as far as his just what Zoro has done, I mean, let's literally go back and see what Zoro's done. The everything that Zoro has done in my eyes has been pretty fucking casual. I'm not gonna say that like, oh yeah, you can just cut like he can just cut people casually, but I don't think that was Zoro's best attack.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt that what Zoro did was his best attack.
Once again, man, I'm yielding to your point because you made the very strong difference that if we're not going on their potential, then Jinbei is considerable. But on potential, I agree with you 100%. Zoro's dangerous.
Yeah, dude, if you go based off potential, then yeah, Zoro's most likely stronger than Jinbei right now, and Sanji is most likely stronger than Jinbei right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going based off of what we see. Like I'm going based off of what we know and what we've seen. And right now, I can't put Zoro and Sanji above Jinbei based off of what they're possibly gonna do in an arc or two.
As a Zoro fan, I really hate saying this, but I have to agree with you on that.
Right now,
I really have to.
As a new Sanji hater, I have trouble putting Sanji over Jinbei.
Hey, welcome to the club, bro.
Hey.
Wow.
Excuse me. I have a question. Why do you hate Sanji?
Okay, I'm gonna make this point clear because I made it before in other streams and in my review. When you have a captain who fought a commander who you see is fucked up, and then you beat his ass without him resisting, and you smash him into the ground, and then you drive off to see an army coming to kill him, to beat his ass, you don't know what the result is going to be. Which is him and a crew member who you've been together with since the beginning, one of whom you helped protect because her mother and her sister got killed, or her like older sister got killed by some fucking fish man. Another one who saved you from a restaurant and who you've been through all kinds of journeys. You're gonna sit there and cry when they're about to be killed by a Yonko's army who's prestigious as fuck. You're gonna cry, and then whenever you get a chance, you're gonna plead for his life as if he's still alive. That was 100% unacceptable. And if I was Luffy, I would not fuck with that nigga again, bro. If I get jumped, if me and my niggas get jumped, and you beat my ass and then watch, hell no, I don't fuck with you. Hell no.
But you could tell that he
His mom promised him though that she wouldn't.
Yes.
He gave his life.
But that was after. Like the Vince Smokes hadn't even met Big Mom at the point. They were all getting in the carriage and shit, going to go, I guess, meet her officially. And then
Wait, didn't they have a dinner? Didn't they have a dinner before that? They had breakfast or something. They sat down with each other before that.
I don't remember that part. Like which came first?
Yeah,
No,
I think down before that, and that's when he was promised to he has to go through with it. And Judge kind of put it on him as well because that was before like it was revealed to him about the handcuffs, right? That he could take them off and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like in his mind, he was giving his life so that Luffy and his crew could escape because they just said that they're gonna hold the Straw Hats until after the wedding, and then they're gonna let them go, right? If they don't do anything else, they're fine. So if Sanji at that point had helped them, is the outcome changing? If Sanji goes and helps them,
I don't know, bro, because I really feel like I was mad for a reason. I'm gonna reread it, but I think that happened before that.
This is my thing with the whole Sanji thing. I get that like what he did was fucked up and it wasn't right, all of that. But like Luffy was calling Sanji out on his bullshit while Sanji was fighting him.
So he knew it.
Yeah, he knew it. Like I mean, and Luffy
was dumb for staying there. That's
Luffy. Yeah, and that's what I say. If Jinbei would have been in the story a little bit earlier, like that whole situation would have been fucking avoided. Like staying in place where I'm gonna wait in this spot. Like, dude, that was fucking retarded. And I mean, I didn't agree with that. That's what I didn't agree with. Luffy should have hauled ass, or Luffy should have got the fuck out of like he should have gone somewhere whenever they knew that the fucking enraged army was coming.
Yeah. I didn't. Okay, so I always hate watching that scene when Usopp is talking shit to Luffy, and he went and got him up, and then Luffy's like, "Yo, chill. This is gonna affect everybody." Blah blah blah. And then Usopp is new hype, and Luffy says, "If you don't want to be part of this crew," and then Sanji comes out of fucking nowhere and just kicks Luffy.
And he kicks Luffy, and he's like, "What the fuck were you about to say?"
I don't agree with that. I don't feel like he should have kicked Luffy. Like
Stebo in the chat said, "What would Zoro do in this situation if Koshiro was getting threatened?"
He said, "Fuck Koshiro. He should be strong enough."
Yeah, I think so too. I think for sure Zoro would be like, "Yo, I'm going 100% in for my captain." He's already showed he's done that before. Something.
Yeah, but I don't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy. Like I hated that scene when he kicked Luffy.
So you didn't like Sanji kicking Luffy?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Luffy was not wrong. Luffy wasn't wrong at all. Like Usopp was.
Look. Luffy wasn't wrong.
No.
He wasn't wrong on the stance that he took, but he was wrong. He was wrong with saying you can leave, bro. Because Sanji. Look, you got to think about it. This is a group of friends. So Brago, let's say that we and I know that the Straw Hats haven't been friends for a very long time at that point in the story.
Right.
But let's say that like the thing is that they're all risking their lives together to go on sea and to go after something that they don't even know exists at this point. Like they're just going for shits and giggles. Like, hey, let's go fucking do this. So
Matt, okay, go ahead, finish.
I'm just saying, like, it's a group of so there's a group of friends. There's a group of friends that are all like tightly knit, and because of a disagreement, one of the friends one of the friends is just like, well, bro, if you don't fucking agree with me, then you can fucking move your then we don't have to be friends anymore. Then you can see your ass out of the group. Like, dude, if I was to say that in a group with like my friends, someone would jump in and be like, "Yo, Matt, you're taking it too far. It doesn't have to go that far."
Is he really taking it far? It's a life and death situation.
Right. Here's the thing, Matt. You have your crew, right? And you have your ship, right? Your ship is about to sink, and you had a specialist look at it, and they said, "Listen, man, this isn't going to make it any further. You need to get rid of it, right?" And you have someone that's really attached to the ship. Somebody's really attached to the ship, and then they're like, "What kind of captain are you?" Right? What kind of captain are you? He was questioning Luffy as a captain. He's questioning Luffy's ability to lead. He's questioning Luffy overall. Then he put his hands on him. Right? And he put his hands on him. And it's like, at that point, it was just like they tried to reason with him. Like, this was a full discussion where Luffy's like, "Listen, I had the specialist look at the ship, right? And Luffy even said, we all feel the same way you do. We all do. But at this point, we have to move on from Mary." And Usopp was saying, "No, I'm going to patch it up like I always do." And everybody was like going along with Luffy. At the end of the day, and he tried to equate the ship as like one of the.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't agree. I didn't agree with like Usopp equating the ship as one of the crewmates.
Yeah, he was saying, "Yo, it's one of the crewmates," and Luffy was like, "Come on, like I get it, but at this point we have to move on." It. Then when Usopp grabbed him, then Luffy.
This is exactly why.
Wait, hold on. Usopp grabbed him. Then Luffy pushed him off. Then Usopp grabbed him again. Then Luffy was like, "All right, yo, like if you don't agree with the fuck I'm doing, you can get the fuck off the ship." Then Sanji came out of nowhere and kicked him. Like at no point I don't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy out of nowhere. Like no.
This is exactly why I did not feel any emotion whatsoever with Luffy versus Usopp, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap for this.
Nah, you tripping on that?
You tripping, bro? You tripping on that?
I cried,
bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, when I seen that shit, man, like, bro, just whenever Luffy, whenever he was bending down, and he called him an idiot, and then he's like, "You knew you couldn't defeat me, bruh."
Because I think what got me was when Zoro said, "You can't waver."
Yeah, when like when Luffy was crying and he pulled his hat down, and you're like, "You're the captain, bro. You can't waver. You can't fold."
It's heavy. When Luffy said it's heavy, I was like,
he said the burden is heavy. Yup, bruh, that shit is like
the reason why I didn't like. Okay, how long have you guys been watching One Piece?
Bro, I've been caught up with One Piece.
About 8 years. About 10 years or so.
When did I catch up to One Piece?
You've been reading One Piece for 10 years?
Yeah.
Bro, me too.
I've only been reading One Piece for 2 years.
I think I've been caught up to One Piece for like since it's either 2006. Yeah, I was 2007.
I will never forget it. I will never forget the chapter I got caught up on because it was literally the perfect chapter to get caught up on. It was 783, the chapter right before Gear 4.
Wow.
I watched it for a little while when I was like young, and then I for some reason I dropped it. I guess it was because it was hard to watch because like they just showed reruns on like Cartoon Network and shit like that.
And they disrespected the fuck out of One Piece with
exactly with the other version or whatever. But then I think like 3 years ago is when I started watching again. I was anime only up until like I forgot it was Punk Hazard. Right when we got to Punk Hazard, and I got really excited, and I started reading, and then I caught up since then.
The reason why I asked you guys how long have you been watching this is because I've just recently caught up to One Piece like about 3 years ago, and the way I watch shows, and I caught up to the anime, so I went through Usopp versus Luffy with the anime. I think things of how I would handle the situation or how I perceive things to be. So I was like, what the hell is Usopp doing? Why the hell is he disrespecting the captain? He's saying he's trying to Luffy's trying to look out for him, and he's disrespecting the captain. What the fuck is he doing?
I felt it, bro, because it's like it's the ship, man. It's what his journey started with that ship. It meant like, everything to him, and Luffy was just trying to discard it like it was not like it was nothing. But
saying it was nothing. He was just saying like we have to move on from the ship.
Yeah, the thing is like Usopp wasn't in the wrong for what he did, but at the same time, like you could see where he was coming from.
Ooh, he's wrong.
No. Oh no, that's what I meant to say. You could tell Usopp was in the wrong, but you could see where he was coming from.
But I saw
you could empathize with him.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get we have to move on from the ship, but at least let us take a piece of the ship with us. We can't just discard. Like, let's take something from the ship so we can always remember the ship. Don't tell us like to risk everyone alive. And then he said, if you're the Luffy I know, you would just discard the ship. What do you mean by that?
Yo, but not you know what? One thing that I didn't like that Usopp said throughout that whole thing was how he started talking about well, yeah, I guess you'll just you'll just leave me like you did with the Mary, because I think that's what prompted Luffy to
trigger him. Yeah,
that stuff ticks me off because that's the kind of thing that my brother says. Like,
that's why that was so good, because it was like literally the first conflict that we had ever seen between the Straw Hats.
It was good. It was really good. It was.
That's actually
why. Oh man.
That's actually why it had so much value to me, because I saw Usopp's perspective not as a ship, but it was as like another person. Like this ship meant as much as another person. For us to like, it was somebody dying, and now we're just gonna forget about it. That's why I saw it as like so hard to let go. I agree.
Let's have a funeral. But at this point, this person, like it's like this person, right? You're on a battlefield, and this person, they don't have the legs in. you expect us to carry this person the rest of the way. At some point, you got to say, all right, we gotta have a funeral. They're about to die anyway.
Can I shift the conversation real quick? You guys know who Ugly God is?
God damn it.
Ugly God. He's a rapper.
Fruit, don't do it.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna link this song. I'm gonna link this song in the chat. You don't have to like it if you don't want to, but listen to this song and think of dude. Ugly God sounds exactly like Grim, bro. He has the same exact voice, bro. Ugly God is Grim confirmed.
That's Grim's side hustle.
Yes, bro. They had the same exact accent, bro.
What accent is that?
Oh, that's not an accent, bro. I can't describe it, bro.
They're both black. Huh? Let me see.
Hey, y'all watch SourceFed?
Bitch. That's the extent of that. The song is literally called Bitch. Okay. I mean,
if you get in the verse, you can actually hear him hear him talking.
Anthony Duncan has donated to that. He said, we stopped knew before then when we were on Skype either. So he knew it was fun. They said, that's why I'm not a straw hat. That means you ditch your companion like that. But the thing is, Luffy wasn't trying to do it at first. Luffy, they went and they talked to the people and he got advice from the specialists. And they said, you gotta move on from the ship. I just felt like I didn't agree with Sanji kicking Luffy, and I didn't agree with Usopp going as hard as he did. I mean, I got it.
I kind of agree with. Wait, are you talking about Sanji kicking Luffy with this Usopp situation, or are you talking about now?
The Usopp situation.
Oh, I kind of agree with what he was saying though, because Luffy was about to say shit that he didn't really mean. Like, he didn't need to go that far with it.
Really? So if you're the captain of a crew and a crewmate attacks you pretty much and calls you out saying that you're not really a leader, like you're gonna discard all of us the way you're doing the ship, he's questioning all your. At this point, Luffy, for the most part, right? Especially this, Luffy has always been a happy-go-lucky person, right? So that's the manager of somewhere. Like normally they let you get away with anything. You can do whatever you want, and this one time they're telling you this is gonna better the department. Or this is going to better the company. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? No, you're not doing that. We don't agree with that. Like, this one time I'm doing this, you're going to try to put your hands on me. Come on. And then you're going to say that I'm going to discard you when I've literally been, your best friend this whole time. I mean, it's one of those where it's Luffy really didn't mean that as far as him leaving the ship. But sometimes it's tough love.
Yo, I mean, but look, man, the way that it was just dude, I can see both sides. I can see both sides, and I don't think it was a matter of who was right and who was wrong, because they even told Usopp, "Yo, shut up! Stop!" They told Usopp and Luffy pretty much the same thing. But like I said, Usopp came, or Luffy crossed the line whenever he was about to say something that he didn't mean. But did
he end up saying it anyway?
No, he didn't.
He was about to, and then he started saying it, and then Sanji
he was about to, and that's why Sanji kicked him, and then Usopp finished his sentence for him.
That's what I'm saying. It pretty much came out anyway. Luffy should have just said it.
But no, because he didn't mean it. And that's not that.
Did he? Well, Matt, did he really not mean it? Because Luffy would, at that point, at the time,
Usopp was literally they said you would be a bad leader if you let that take you off of composure. No. Here's the thing: if you're a bad leader, you're a bad leader if you constantly let people disrespect you as the leader, call out your actions, and basically question all your decisions. That's when you're a bad leader. Because then all the other people saying.
I think both of those statements are right though. I think to be a good leader, you need to be somewhere in the middle. You need to understand when someone's emotional about something that matters to them, and talk it through without saying shit that could make the situation even worse. By him saying basically get off the crew, that just made the whole situation worse. If he had just sat and actually talked it through a bit more, they could have come to some resolution.
What Luffy what he said was he already put his foot down by saying, I'm the captain and this is my order. This is what we're doing. That right there was him laying down the law.
But he doesn't do that often.
Love that scene.
One time he does it, you have to go along with it. It's like, all right, Luffy isn't really this way. He must feel strongly about this. This is the captain at the end of the day. This is what it is. You can offer like, okay, alternatives as far as like how can we keep a memory of the ship. Like we don't want to forget the Mary. We don't want to forget the Mary. But at this point, the Mary is no longer.
You got a $2 donation.
Oh, Chef Malo, $2 says, but Usopp was right. The Mary saved him. And yeah, right. The Mary saved him, but we don't want to forget the Mary. But at that point, leaving everything up to the Mary, you're putting the rest of the crew in danger. You're putting your whole like journey in danger. And it's like you have to move on from it.
Yeah,
you have to. But I don't know,
like,
understand
think about it in a family way. So like, imagine if you're in your household, right, and then like, let's just say your child like disrespects you and shit, and you tell him to leave the house and never come back, right? Your wife slaps you for that. Is she wrong?
No,
that's a complete.
You know what I mean? Like you saying that just made the whole situation worse.
Let me ask y'all this, because I've been saying this for a while. I think Zoro, well, if the Jinbei joins the crew, I think that this is gonna be like eliminated from the from the equation. And I think that Jinbei's joining the crew 100%. But could you guys see Zoro or another like crew struggle, like between like the entire crew on something that they don't agree on, and then yes, someone threatens to like leave the crew, or someone actually does leave the crew, like, and
I feel like it would have to be Zoro, but oh man.
I think that the only logical thing right now would be possibly Zoro, and the reason why I say Zoro is because Zoro's been saying throughout, like you know, throughout the New World, Luffy, this is the New World. We got to get serious. Like,
get your act together.
You know, get your act together. He's been like trying to get him in check, and Luffy still just does what the fuck he wants to do. And I think me and Brago have both said it. So like Luffy needs to get his act together, and he needs to realize that he is like that he puts people in compromising situations.
Exactly.
This is piggybacking off of what Brago said earlier. But do you guys think that, going off what Matt said, when we get to Wano, that Zoro finds some type of ambition, or he finds his goal, a way to get to his goal, and then he ends up leaving the crew for that, or he temporarily avoids the crew for that?
Nah, I don't think that Zoro is gonna find find something greater than his ambitions already. I mean, and he's already put Luffy. He already put Luffy's ambition above his.
Yeah, Luffy. Like, that would nullify the Zoro sacrifice moment, would it not?
Then I don't see Zoro ever like leaving the crew for any reason. Ever.
I think that Zoro would leave if Luffy puts the crew in a compromising situation. If he puts them in such a bad situation, and it could have been like avoided, or if he would have not been so careless. But I think that that's going to go out of the window. Like I think all of this is going to go out the window whenever
Jinbei joins you.
Whenever Jinbei joins.
How do you guys feel like Zoro? I don't know if you asked this already or answered this already, but how do you guys think Zoro will react to this whole Sanji thing if he finds out?
How he's probably gonna. What I think he's gonna do is he's first gonna ask, did Sanji apologize, and then.
I don't think so. I think Zoro's gonna. I told you not to go get him.
He's gonna get in his stance.
I think
get his 3 Ashra heads.
That's it. I told you not to get him.
But no, I'm not even talking about this whole thing. I'm talking about, like, because remember Zoro said, if you ever let someone disrespect you like that again, I'm leaving.
Yeah, which is why I say he's gonna ask Luffy did he apologize. So because he doesn't, he wants to live life without regrets, does he not? And he doesn't want to regret doing something so dumb, so useless.
I really don't feel like it's that deep because of the situation they were in. Zoro doesn't care. He's gonna be like, I just told you not to get him. When Zoro wasn't there, there's like, it's one of those where he has to take what people say. So it's like somebody coming back and saying, "Yo, you know what somebody did when you weren't there?" I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, I told you not to do that. Like, let's go for Hokkaido. I don't feel like he's gonna be like, Sanji, I told you not to respect it. Nah.
I could honestly see if if it's opposite to what Brago's saying, that there is a conversation between Sanji and Zoro, that it's gonna be like some secluded shit where like they're together for some reason and like nobody's around.
Yeah,
Zoro's like tighten the fuck up.
I like that. I like that.
I think that Zoro and Sanji, they have to have some type of conversation whenever Sanji comes back. Like it might just be something that's subtle. It might just be something as subtle as, did you do what you needed to do? And then Sanji Sanji says something like, yeah, you green moss head or something like that. And then, you know, they just have like a mutual nod of respect. Like I don't expect like this whole ordeal between Zoro and Sanji, because they respect each other and they obviously care for one another. I just need that. I need that character interaction between them.
I agree with you. Zoro, by Zoro saying not to go for him, Zoro respected Sanji's vision. That's Sanji saying, "I got it," and Zoro trusted Sanji to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the Zoro saying don't go for him, but Zoro had faith. Zoro has faith in Sanji.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think he was pretty much saying, yeah, like he got it. Like let him do him.
They said I respect both of these Zoro fanboys.
But I didn't agree. One thing that I did not agree with Zoro on whenever Zoe was happening, like how he was saying, oh well, we're in the middle of like, you know, engaging in a war with Kaido, and this idiot Sanji is gonna go, you know, entangle himself with Big Mom. And my whole thing with that was, Zoro, did you forget what the fuck Luffy said on the Den Den Mushi to Big Mom on Fisherman Island? Like he was putting all of the blame on Sanji when no, it wasn't Sanji, it was Luffy.
But they have right now they have the allies and means and resources to take to actually stand, even if a little more of a chance, they still stand a better chance against Kaido and his allies.
Okay, that's right, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying where they stand a better chance at. What I said was that Zoro was placing all of the blame on Sanji for getting entangled with the Yonko when they already had a problem with Big Mom before they got to Zoe. They had a problem with Big Mom before.
Yeah, but that was a problem that they could handle later.
They come together.
It wasn't a current.
It wasn't something they'd have to handle right then. And Sanji, it's kind of one of those things where Sanji was directly the cause, because he's been running from his past for you know, his whole life, and it just caught up to him.
Nah, dude, you can't blame Sanji for that.
Yeah,
how can you blame Sanji?
You have to
If you
have to blame Judge.
We told them about it, then it's like, okay, we saw this coming. We knew this was coming. This came out of nowhere.
No, but you can't blame Sanji for that, because Judge said that you shouldn't affiliate with the Vince Smokes anymore. But then he's the one who sought him out.
He literally told Sanji, "Don't affiliate with us anymore," and he's the one that came back and got Sanji.
No, what I'm saying is, he was running because he didn't tell anyone about it. It's like, it's one of those where it's like, all right, it's one of those where it's like you're in a situation, right? Like you possibly robbed a bank, right? And you got away. They said you don't have to come back. You got away, but then you don't tell like your close friends that could be affected by this. So then it comes back like, oh, dude, you robbed a bank.
Yo, Brago. He was told to leave and never come back.
Right, but
why would he bring up the Vince Smokes? He didn't want to have anything associated with them. Nothing. His mom died.
He mentioned before. Didn't he hint before that he's gonna be big in the world? Like I'm gonna be a big deal eventually. He's referenced like his past before.
No, he hasn't referenced his past, dude. He was referencing his own strength. He was like, I'm gonna be the one in a part of this crew that makes the most noise.
The Mr. Prince thing.
The Mr. Prince thing.
Well, that was an idea that he came up with because of his past, basically.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's one of those where it's like you can't directly blame Sanji, but it's like he should have let them know. He should have let them know that his history, at least. Like, this is what
Brago, why though? But why do you? Because it's kind of like for example, like I don't want to offend anybody in the viewers or anybody here in this room. It's kind of like there are certain situations where people get molested or they get raped in their childhood or in their past, and like why would they bring that up now if it's not relevant?
Bro, I'd understand what you were saying if Sanji ran away and that like he wasn't meant to get away and like no one knew he got away, so they were still looking for him. But like they literally said like when he went that we want nothing to do with you.
We want nothing to do with
so, like,
you.
he
Don't
had
come back.
He had no reason to think, oh yeah, they're ever gonna come after me. Like he had no reason to think that. He had no reason to think that like they would ever want him anymore.
Yo, you know, okay, what you're saying, what you're saying, Brago, is like if Luffy were to be targeted because Dragon's his dad, and he didn't tell the crew,
but he didn't know about that.
Basically, like the one that should have told someone, like for example, the Robin situation. Robin should have told them, shit, they might be after me. Like that's when you could use that.
Yeah.
Like that whole situation, but with Sanji, it's different.
Like,
am I imagining this, or was there a chapter where Sanji said that I planned to tell you this, but I didn't think that my past would catch up to me? Am I just imagining this right now, or is this mentioned in a chapter?
That has been mentioned before, where it's like
I think he said that on Zoe to
I think he said I don't think that my past would have never caught up to me like this. I don't think he said I planned to tell you. I don't think that he said that.
Here's the thing though, like I'm saying Sanji should have told him, because it's like Sanji at the end of the day, his name is a big deal, right? He's a big deal. So therefore, Sanji knowing that he's a big deal, knowing that he's a Vince Smoke, more than likely, maybe not his family come after him, but it could be other people. And to be like, yo, why all these people keep coming after us? It's like, well, I'm a Vince Smoke. You don't let the crew know that?
But dude, okay, but do you not remember that Sanji's bounty poster was drawn? Like there were certain things, like he had no reason to.
No, but here's the thing, Matt. Do you think that they would never find out that he was a Vince Smoke? Like, do you think they would never get an actual picture of you?
Dude, I don't think the only reason that they found out is because of the wedding. This is the only reason why they found out. The only reason.
Wait, wasn't it that the bounty picture changed because Judge was looking for him now? Wasn't that the whole reason why his bounty went up?
Because it was because of the wedding. That's why he was looking for him.
Because Judge said that he didn't want to marry his own sons.
He didn't want to marry. He didn't want to marry his biological sons, the sons that he likes, the sons that he regards. He didn't want to marry them. He's using Sanji as a pawn. And that's why Sanji was sought after. They used it as an opportunity.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, Sanji, at the end of the day, he's a big deal. Like, he's, like, his last name carries weight. And it's like, that's something I would let my friends know. It's like one of those where, like, say you have a group of friends, and, you know, it's like we're starving, we don't have any money, then all of a sudden we find out, like, oh, yeah, I was a prince back in the day.
Okay, so Brago, let's say that he does tell him, right?
Right.
So he says, hey, you guys, I just want to let you know, I'm a Vince Smoke. So we might have some people coming after us. He didn't know that how was he supposed to know that Big Mom would have come after him? That why would Big Mom come after him like if he didn't know anything about Big Mom? So you're just saying he should have come out and said, hey, I'm a Vince Smoke.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, it could be a subtle, hey, I'm a Vince Smoke. This could mean a lot more later, but just in case, I may have to go take care of this eventually. It's like, it's one of those where I know Luffy probably say, you wouldn't have to do it alone, we're with you. Something cheesy like that. But it's like, this blindsided them. This kind of threw them off their game where they had to, like, use it to go save him.
You know, I actually like that idea. I would have liked that idea to happen before time skip, simply because I wanted them to get a picture of Sanji, and the reason why knowing the story, it was impossible, but I would have liked it for all the Straw Hats to be on Marineford, and yeah. But
nah,
it was
everybody was gonna get fucked.
Could die if all the Straw Hats were on it.
Yeah, I really like that fact that, like, First of all, it was really, really hype that Luffy has like a whole group of like people who are fighters and top tiers on his side to go fight each of the top tiers. And I also I like the fact that like we didn't have to like have the burden of like, oh, Chopper and Nami and Usopp, oh, we gotta protect them, or they're running around like from people and shit like that. I like the fact that everybody had a goal and they were doing it. They weren't scared of shit. Like die or survive, we're gonna go get Ace. Fuck it. I like that fact. And with the whole crew there, it wasn't gonna be that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I said that. The reason why I said that was because I would have liked the moment for all the Straw Hat Pirates to say that Luffy's gonna be the Pirate King. I would have liked that moment.
If the Straw Hats were on Marineford, it's one of those where they were just overmatched. Like they wouldn't stand a chance. There. Like Smoker could have probably owned all of them.
Zoro would have been killed instantly then, because he.
I mean, because the new Hawk sees him again. It's like,
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, change the topic for a second. Wasn't Smoker impressive as fucking Marineford?
He was fucking OP, bro. Like, here's the thing. Like, Luffy used Gear second, and Smoker kept up with him, and then fucking slammed him with his So it's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But
that's where I want to give him extra credit, because like, aren't all these people supposed to have hockey?
Who?
Everybody at Marineford.
No.
They said that the vice admirals and above were the Marines that all were like for sure using that for sure used hockey. Vice admirals and above. That's what they said whenever Kobe unlocked hockey. Whenever he was talking about it in the infirmary, that's what was stated.
But I was under the impression that like, if you're in the New World, you have like some type of form or understanding of hockey, and they were all New World pirates or whatever. So I had the impression that like all these pirates are using hockey, even though Luffy can't see it because it's like our perspective of him or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It's like in when in East Blue, and like the Four Seas, devil fruits were rare. Like it was very, very, very rare to come across someone with a devil fruit. And then in the Grand Line, it's like everybody, like a lot of people have devil fruits. And then in the New World, devil fruits, they don't become minuscule, but they don't become the only factor of fighting. They don't become the only thing that you use to fight. And then in the New World, it's like hockey. Hockey's implemented in there as well. It's a combination of devil fruits, or it's a strictly hockey, or both combined.
It's one of those where you don't have to know hockey in the world, but more than likely you're gonna run into a devil fruit user where not knowing hockey could mean demise for your whole crew. And I think at some point, I think all the supernovas had to have run into something and overcame it. They were like, yo, we gotta learn how to use this thing, how to overcome Rogue. Like I was saying with Kid and Luffy, I believe Kid has probably better mastery over his fruit than Luffy does, because he's had to depend on his fruit more in the New World. But Luffy has better hockey.
I don't think so.
You don't think Kid would have better mastery of his fruit?
Bruh, Luffy's mastery over his fruit is like slept on.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Dude, look at that man can fly with his devil fruit.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that Luffy would be able to fly with the abilities of his devil fruit?
Well, at first I was confused because I thought that Luffy was using the Skywalk or the Moonwalk, but then someone pointed out to me a long time ago that it was Luffy using his fruit.
Yeah,
he was using the elasticity. Can you really consider it mastery though if it like drains him so fast?
Here's the thing. It's one of those really. Everybody talk about how inefficient it is. I think Kid can be more efficient with his devil fruit right now, because if he's in the New World, he's probably not learning hockey like in a closed training environment like Luffy was. So he had to compensate and make up for it by overusing his fruit, and he had to learn it more and better. Whereas, like, I feel like Luffy would be better at hockey, but Kid is probably like right now. Kid doesn't have an arm, but he's using his bellow flute to kind of maintain that. So that's one where I
all the time. Yeah,
is going to have more mastery, but Luffy's just going to have better hockey. So in a way, they kind of even it out.
Yeah,
But
like
I gotta give this example. I finished high school a few years ago, but I used to be on the football team, and I started and shit. So we did a bunch of training all the time to improve our skills. One of the training things that we did was we took this like a little elastic band that wraps around your waist and your chest, and you run and you continue to like push, and it helps your endurance, it helps your leg strength, and it helps you increase your speed. So we were doing the drill one time, and my brother was assisting me. He was holding the elastic string, and for some odd reason he let it go, and I had run like a good 30, 40 yards already. When I turned back like a split second because I felt the loss of tension, I saw the elastic string fly at me faster than I could react, and it smacked me in the face and knocked me down. I want to give credit to elasticity and the rubber effect of Luffy. It's incredible. Incredible.
I mean, I agree with that, but
Law commented on how inefficient.
Yeah, so Luffy, like,
he's wasting too much
in his
hockey.
early stages. Like, that's in his early stages. But I feel like Kid is just gonna have better mastery because he had to overcompensate in the new world because he probably didn't have the hockey. He didn't have the time to go train like Luffy did. I feel like he's just gonna depend on what he knows. Whereas, like, probably some crazy mastery of like magnetism. I mean, Luffy's power at this point, you can't downplay what Luffy can do. But I think when we see what Kid can do with his fruit, we're gonna say, okay, like he's probably better than Luffy at using it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, you might be right, Brago, because I don't know. You might be.
Someone said, like, what the fuck is that comparison? Wait, they talk about Grim.
Hey, yo, at least it ain't Itachi in a bank.
Oh, that's true. Don't lie. Listen, hey, y'all can't lie. That's a good way to tell someone he got hit with a rubber band.
Yo, so imagine Itachi in this bank and he gets hit by a rubber band. Yo, man, the elasticity of that.
Hey, man, that's a good way to tell someone he got hit by a rubber band.
Y'all be trolling, bro.
Okay, so Willoughby, we're gonna talk about the Sea Stone thing later. We're gonna have another part to this discussion. We'll talk about it, but we'll talk about the Sea Stone thing from last stream later. So yeah, guys, like the stream, subscribe. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We'll have another stream later. Not sure what time, but we'll have another stream later. Yeah, Ty is gonna be in the next stream where we'll talk about some theories that came true and some that didn't. Yeah.
L-Bath.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about L-Bath. So,
L-Bath.
All right, people.